Yes, people, and welcome back to Normski TV and the What's Going On podcast. Listen, guys, I am still buzzing. Uh, champions, champions of England. Who can sing that? Only Arsenal can sing that. Champions of England. Listen, guys. I've been out on the road. I bumped into big up to Yardman. I bumped into him, went down to his shop, had a conversation with him. Big up to Yardman. All the way down there in the southeast near Crystal Palace. And listen, on Sunday, we lifted the Premier League trophy after 22 long years, guys. I've seen titles, and now we have waited, and now we are seeing. As you can see behind me, guys, how nice does that look? My captain, that's my captain behind there. Declan Rice lifting that trophy. And big up to everybody, big up to the team, the whole staff, everyone. We have to big them up because we've got over the line. Finally got over the line. And yes, you're going to turn around and say to me, you have no right. You have no right. I've been waiting 22 long years. I have a right. Yeah, I support this club through thick and thin. And we have finally done it. If you are new to the channel, please subscribe, hit that like button, and share it around to as many people as you can. I'm waiting for a couple of the guys to come on this evening. They're running a little bit late, but whilst I'm waiting for them, let's have a conversation. Let's see who is in the chat, and let's just go through there, do a little bit of what they call dappings. Big up to views. So let's just say we got Gavin, who's first in, and he came in at 5:45, nice and early. Big up to you, Gavin. And Kwaja, the Perez, I call him the Perez of the mods here, saying smash the like button, subscribe to Normski, along with the panel. If you can hear like buzzing in the background, if you can hear it, let me know. Is it annoying? If not, because I am absolutely boiling. Yesterday was crazy, man. I couldn't sleep, mate. The heat was mad. It was totally mad. So, bro, I'm in my front room and I've got fan going, bruv, because it's still a little bit warm. But bro, you can see I'm a bit of a sweat bucket as well. So forgive me if you see me wipe my head all the time. But big up to Kwaja, as I said, the prez of the mods. Smash that like button. It says, big up to Normski, along with the legendary panel on chat. Good evening, and everyone, welcome back. And Gavin just dapping back to Kwaja and PHR Racing, PH Racing Daily. Evening, everyone. I don't know if this is the first time you've been in my chat, but if not, big up to you. And subscribe to the channel. Good to have you on. I'm not seeing you in there, but big up to you every time. And it looks like Kwaja's put his channel in, so you've got a channel. Okay then. Oh, Wolves. Are you Wolves? I'm saying B. I don't know if that's Wolves. I might be wrong. I might be just seeing something. I might be reading that wrong. But let me know. Is it? Are you an Arsenal fan? I'm just looking in there. I can see something that says T5 Wolves. I might be wrong. You might be an Arsenal fan. But big up to you anyhow. And Kwaja just saying big up to Gavin. Hey, Mr. AFC always. The parade is over. Yes, I've been reading up on it. 9 kilometers. Yeah, and there's not going to be no trophy lift at the end. So they're trying to say to people, don't go to the Emirates. The Armory will be closed. You saw on Tuesday, last week, Tuesday, over 150,000 people, if not more, were there. On Sunday, again, loads and loads of people. My mate's son was down there. He said it was unreal. London, listen, if you want to know about how big this Arsenal fan base, I mean, all over the world. I saw what's his name, Spike Lee in his Arsenal jumper. I don't know if he was hot, but he was in New York. New York, listening, just people in red shirts. Uganda, Kenya. It's just crazy. Everywhere you go, everywhere I went, I was driving down the past Crystal Palace ground yesterday. I got people tooting me, oi, come on, you Arsenal. And that's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. We are a big fan base. And the people are not going to be able to put up with us. Come on, let's get those lights up, people. Let's get those lights up. They're not going to be able to put up with us. Everton had one job and allowed Tottenham Hotspur to dunk on them. Yeah, listen, absolutely disgraceful. They were not at the races. And the thing is, if you see, West Ham just left it too late. they go and beat Leeds 3-0, right? And at the end of it, they don't get anything for it. They go down. Nuno's looks like he's going to be staying with them. Will he get them back up? It's a tough place to come out of. Do you know what I mean? It's a big 60,000 plus seater stadium. Do you know what I'm saying? That obviously the fans are not happy with the owners. They want them out ASAP. But will it happen? We don't know. We'll have to just wait and see. I know Amers TV will be watching them. EC20. You know what I mean? These are guys that want these guys out. Those are great guys. You know what I mean? Wanting the best for their club. My brother-in-law, my nephew. Do you know what I mean? Absolutely gutted. Do you know, I thought they had a chance. But I just said Everton did not turn up on Sunday, literally. I mean, I think the last 10 minutes of the game, they decided they're going to play. Do you know what I mean? And they're an absolute embarrassment. We're going to tackle that tonight. We're going to be dealing with it. When I wait for the other guys to come on, we're going to tackle that. Tottenham were an absolute embarrassment. Celebrating like that. And guys, tell me this. I don't get this, yeah? We've won the title. Right? And I'm watching on Sky Sports 1. And they're showing the Tottenham guys celebrating. What are we doing here? What are we doing here? This is absolutely crazy. I think Liverpool was on the other side. They were obviously showing Mo Salah, do you know what I mean? And what's the name, leaving, their left back going, Andy Robertson leaving. Yeah, they didn't cut into that. But it must have been a good 10 minutes. They were interviewing the guys. Vicario was jumping all over. And Zerbi. They should be ashamed of themselves. 3 wins all season at home. 3 wins. Listen, they think, just because they've got no more games for the season, that they're more games for the season, they've got to play their 38 games plus the FA Cup, that they think that not playing in Champions League or in Europe, that's going to help them. I doubt it very much. There's a lot of dead wood that needs to come out there. Some are blaming it on injuries and that they just weren't good enough. 3. I think it was something like 14 losses at home. Somebody correct me. 14 losses, 6 draws, and only 3 wins. Yeah? We went there, battered them. Absolutely battered them. Eze dumped on them. You know, the same Eze that was meant to go there at the end of last season, and Burton said, thank you very much, I love you. And now Eze is lifting up a Premier League title. Big up. And Gavin just saying, big up to AFC always. Is he still Arteta out? Big up Yardman. You know what? I didn't get that deep in it, but I think what Yardman was just basically trying to say is, look, I've been saying, with the situation that people, didn't believe what he was saying and he was just only doing for hype. He wasn't. He really believed that he wasn't good enough at the time. Now, at the end of the day, he's done it now. And I say congratulations, Mikel Arteta. You finally got us over the line. 6.5 years we've waited. Now, what can we do going forward? That is the big question, everybody. What are we going to do going forward? We talked about it with DJB. I've talked about it with Shane. I've talked about it with Matty Sabanguna. We're saying that if we are to defend this title, not the sort of defensive title that we saw from Liverpool, yeah, letting in 50 plus goals, finishing 4th, not on 3rd, sorry. Was it 3rd or 4th? 5th, sorry. 5th. Yeah, because they finished 5th. Not good enough with that sort of money. Is the Liverpool fans happy with Slot? Do you know what I mean? And, there's talk about maybe Areola going there. Do you know what I mean? News can still come out that, he could be walking away from Liverpool and letting him go because Areola has done what a fantastic job with Bournemouth. And brilliant. Bournemouth, obviously, last week, Tuesday. Yeah. I need, listen, before I even say anything, I've got a legend. The only one that can do any voices, the best one for me is a gal. Yeah, big up. But listen, I'm going to bring in, I'm talking. You want to know something? Mr. Shane Guna. Big up, Shane.
Big up, Norms. What's the story, man?
What's the story? What's the crack? Listen, man, good to have you on. I sent it out late. Shane, I'm just happy. I'm a happy bunny. I don't apologize to anybody. I'm not going to write any letters of apology. Yeah, I don't need to do that. And we've not expected no apologies from anybody else. 6.5 years, we've waited, and we've got what we wanted. Now, all I'm saying is next season, do the right thing, continue. Because what I will say is, Shane, is that the expectation is going to be great from us and all the fan base, because you can't just sit back and go, you know what, we've won it, we'll just kick back and just, people are going to turn around and say he's got credit in the bank and all of that. We know that. But for a club to be of that elite, you heard Josh Conklin there on the overlap and all of that. You know what I mean? They're prepared to put money in. They want to see their teams win. They've got teams in America that are successful and they want to build a dynasty. Now, if they're going to build a dynasty, there's going to be great expectations. Listen, just before you come in, how's your day been, first of all? I normally ask my guests how their day been.
All good. Yeah. No, I was in the middle of doing the grass and it started raining, but now it's sunny again. So I'll get the rest done tomorrow. But I'm after sticking dinner on downstairs. But I saw you were live and I saw the message. I said I'll jump on for 15 minutes.
Yeah, but just
reiterate what you're saying. There ain't no apologies.
But listen, Shane, just talk to me. I mean, look, how you still feeling? From last week Tuesday to us lifting that trophy and the elation of the fans and seeing the red and white ribbons on the trophy, and it's like dreamland at the moment. We still got another final, and I'm feeling a little bit confident. I don't know about yourself, so let me know what your thoughts are.
Look, winning breeds winning, and it breeds that feeling. And I was saying to people that were saying, "Oh, you doubted all season." I said, "Look, if we were in a title race next season, I wouldn't be as doubtful because we've already gotten over the line. The more you win it, the more confident you are going into it, and you enjoy it more, and you embrace it more, and the moments that you get." These people were saying, "Oh, we should be celebrating the 0-alls with Brentford and Forest and stuff, or the 1-all with Brentford and stuff, oh, because it's still a good draw." Next season, I'll be able to do that because I'll feel like, oh, well, we will go on and do it. But when we're being through the way we have been, when we've been through the run through the mill with this manager and just this Arsenal as a club, they do this all the time. We always get so close. 07, 08. We've had it many times before where we thought it's fixed and then it all falls apart. So we're always going to be paranoid and stuff like that. But this whole dynasty talk and all, I understand people getting excited about it, but I ain't one for getting carried away. Liverpool were meant to be building a dynasty last season. That's what we were told. And everybody thought they were going to waltz it for years to come. It changes quickly. It changes very quickly. Absolutely. Is Arteta the man to keep bringing us forward? He still has a lot of work to do to convince me. He needs to win repeatedly and quickly because, as Kenny Ken was saying, and I've always said it to these people, they don't seem to listen, is that 20 years from now, if he's 15 years out of the job, you'll judge him on what he did his whole time. You'll go, okay, 2 leagues in 12 years or 3 leagues in 10 years, whatever the case may be. So to be getting carried away now, there's going to be no apologies over here. I've got nothing to apologize for. As we've seen in the last week or two, a lot of these guys are getting exposed for having wanted them out at different periods anyway. You know what I mean? So I'm not apologizing to anybody. What should I have started wanting them in as soon as they did? Is that how arrogant they are? I'm sorry. I said it from the beginning of the season that until the final whistle goes on the last game of the season, when mathematically we can't win it, I'll believe that he's going to blow it. And I have every right to feel that way because he's let us down so many times. 24 competitions before that he didn't win. He admitted himself that he should have done more. So why can't I? Why can't I say it? But the thing is, what he has done now is given me a lot more hope going into the final. A lot more hope going into the final. I had us with no hope. And now that we've won, I'm thinking, well, we can do it. We can do this. And as I was saying to a few people, my mate's a Villa fan. He's been mad into football. A proper football fan. But he's a Villa fan, and he was on the phone with me after we won the league, and he was saying, if any team can beat PSG over a 1-game final, it's you lot. And I said, I know, you are right. It's just, again, it's our Champions League history and stuff like that. But the thing is, if we go there and put up a fight and lose, I don't think I'll be annoyed. I really don't. And because we've won the league, I'll be upset and I'll be sad and I'll be depressed and all of that stuff. But if we go there and do some madness like Zubimendi at right back or something like that, and then we get eaten up on that wing, then I'll be angry then, right? Or if we go there and he doesn't let them play, and we're really cautious, and we play. If we play like we did in the final against City, I'd be angry, But I've got to be honest with you, the league was what I wanted, and it'd be wrong of me then to start giving out if he doesn't win the Champions League as well, because that to me now is just, it would be an added bonus. If we don't win it, the parade will still be the parade. I think as fans, we're not going to be, oh, well, I'm not going now because we didn't win the Champions. I think if anything, it'll be more positive. If we go there and put up a fight and lose, it'd be more positive because the fans will want the players to know, listen, we're still proud of you for getting the league done.
Yeah.
You know, because a lot of us didn't give us any hope. And the people that did, they can sit there and say that they believed the whole time. No, they didn't. You can go look at the titles of their streams when we lost the City and stuff like that. Oh, it's over, it's done, it's finished. Right. So they felt the same as us. It's just we vocalize it differently.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
listen, I'm a lot more confident now going into the final. I've got my oldest son. He's coming home for the match, so he'll be up watching it. And I'm looking forward to it. And I'm looking forward to the celebrations that follow. And I'm looking forward to next season now. But you best believe if I don't see improvements in other parts of this guy's management, I'll be calling for his head again pretty quickly.
I mean, surely, you know, especially if we do end up winning the Champions League, the expectation for me will go through the roof because that's what we expect. Yeah. It's, you know what I mean? So if, you know, he goes in and the first 5-6 games, you know, he has a nightmare, what, we just going to just sit back and we can't say anything and just say, well, listen, well, you know, he's got credit in the bank, so don't say anything. No, you have to hold him accountable. I mean, as you rightly said, he said it that at one point he didn't think, he even said that he didn't think he might be the man to lead his team. We've been saying the same thing, that he probably can get us so far, but not to get us over the line. He's finally done it. He's persevered. I mean, you know, he's used all the adjectives of, you know, the change in the culture. I was listening to him in an overlap and he was talking about how he's changed the culture and so on and so on. We know just a politician talking to him and everybody loves all of that and whatnot. But at the end of the day, Josh has given him the time because, and I think we spoke about this early part of the season, that Josh came out and sort of said, look, we have to win. Do you know what I mean? So I'm just wondering if there was any, you know, conversations had behind closed doors to say, look, Mikel Arteta, you have to now find a way now.
Well, he was getting the new contract in March regardless, so that's out.
Well, that's the another annoying thing. That's the other annoying thing.
That did hurt me now, I have to say,
Yeah, and I mean that came out. So you're saying to yourself, really, at the end of the day, regardless of whether he wins something or doesn't win something, he's going to still be here. And no matter what we feel about him, do you know what I mean? He's going to stay because the owners believe in him. They talked about the model. They talked about their model that they tend to go for, you know, young, inexperienced managers and hopefully build with them. They said that Arteta fit the profile and everything. He came in there and, you know, as I said, he talked about the club and, you know, when he came there, he didn't like what he saw. And his first thing was more about changing the culture of the club. Now, look, people can turn and say, yeah, you know, the fans are more, well, can we say, are they more united? I don't know. Because, you know, I don't know if we're more united. I think that to a degree, he has created this polarization between, you know, fans that want realistic expectation and fans that just believe in him rather than, you know, looking at the whole situation. And as like I said, people are bringing out receipts on people regarding what they thought about him. So why, you know, can they sort of say, well, we didn't think he was good enough years ago and whatever, and we've been saying it consistently, so we've not changed, right? Now that he's got, I mean, as I said, you know, his personality, he doesn't rub with me. I mean, you know, you go to work with somebody, you don't have to like them. They're probably good at their job, but you don't have to like them. But you can't tell me or police me in terms of how I support my club and who I want to support at the end of the day. You know, Unai Emery was ran out like that. Well, do you know what I mean? He wasn't even given a chance. And I felt if he was given the support and the backing and the money,
and we would have won something before this.
We would have won something.
We definitely would have won something before this, and we wouldn't have had to spend as much either. But the thing is, though, Norm's like, even with the league, if he wins the Champions League, it's another brick, as in me, that are building something that I will trust him. But he has a lot more to do for me to trust him as a manager. A lot more, not just with the personality thing. I just think everybody fell off this year. We'd be silly to say they didn't. We still got 85 points, and I'm one that I won't go back. And I always say, if you win the league, you're the best team in the country, because there's no two ways about it. You won the league, so we were the best team in the country.
Yeah, and that's
if we had to come up against a City of old or a Liverpool of old, this would have been a different story, a completely different story. But the thing is, we did what we needed to do. We got over the line. Whether we're going to have to change the way we play next season, because number one, when you win a league, you have to do that anyway. You have to change it a little bit and keep it fresh, because teams figure you out. If we look at even that run of 5 games that he won at the end, we were very lucky in a lot of them. Lucky in a lot of them, and we were found out in sort of the March period as well. So if we go into the season with the same thing, they're going to clamp down on corners. So that won't be, as we can't just spam corners the whole time. They're definitely going to clamp down on that. But right now, I'm not in the mood for sort of bashing him or anything like that. He's won the league. I didn't think he would. My big fear was that he could never get over the line. He's gotten over the line now. If we do the Champions League, well, then it's a different story if we win that. If we lose it, we'll go into next season. For me, I always say this, and I'll keep saying it all through the summer. These people keep telling us we're at the top table now. Well, then I want top table standards. I want, as soon as there's a fall off, I want the manager change.
Exactly. You've been a chef, so you know how it goes. You know what I mean? Well, people are going to come along and eat. You know what I mean? And if you go to a top quality restaurant, you expect top quality food. You know what I mean? You're not going to start coming up with excuses. Oh, well, we had a couple of injuries to some of our, chefs and whatever. You can't, because we're paying. We're putting our hands in our pockets and paying out for this. So there is a level of expectation, and so that's why we have to keep the standards at that height. And now that we're there, and as I said, if we do win the Champions League, fantastic. Now people are sort of saying, and I think Ian Wright, it was coming out and sort of saying, if he wins the Premier League and he does the Champions League, that he essentially would probably be the best manager ever. I mean, he's still got a long way to go for me.
Oh.
You look at Arsene Wenger, do you know what I'm trying to say? And you have to be winning at least 2, 3, 4 titles. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. And then we can start saying, you know what, this guy has really learnt his trade and he's backed it. And then great, continue. You know what I mean? As I say, we don't know how long he's going to be with us. He's 7 years. We're probably looking at him probably going to be with us for 10 years. Well, I'll tell you this now. These next few 4 or 5 years, I still want to see trophies, and that's the expectation that I'm going into in next season. I don't want to hear it, no excuses or whatever, and to say, well, just because he won a Premier League and a Champions League, go and win something. Don't drop off. We've seen what's happened with Slot, because as far as I was worried going into this season with the money that Liverpool spent. And you're thinking last season, he's come in, the same set player that Klopp had, they only had Chiesa that they bought or whatever, loaned in, and they walked the league, you know what I mean? Won it by 10 points and sat back and put their feet up. They've got into this season, they've bought Isak, they bought Frimpong, they all of these top players, and you're thinking, my gosh, they're now building to sustain and keep this title and going and going. And I mean, Slot, I don't know what's happened to him. I mean, what's your thoughts on Slot, just quickly? I mean, what's gone wrong for him? And the fact that, is the Liverpool fan base split on him, or are they prepared to stick with him? Because I know there's talk, I was reading somewhere, article about maybe Areola. He could be going back to Spain. Oh, I think he was linked. I think you might have mentioned it on your show either this morning or yesterday.
AC Milan, maybe.
AC Milan, yeah. I think you said AC Milan, yeah. But there's talk of links with him with Liverpool as well. I was reading on One Football. But
I think that'd be a great signing for Liverpool. Yeah, look, I'd sack Slot on the spot if I was running the club. The players aren't playing for him anymore.
No, they're
it's
not.
Tough. Look, you could come in and sack all the players, but unfortunately, the buck stops at the manager, as DJB says, and it's a fact. Look, Slot got too big for his boots for me. He came in. We were giving him credit globally for just tweaking what Klopp had done. We were saying brilliant. Gravenberch was terrible under Klopp. He's made him into a great 6. Salah, he's stopping him, tracking back. Good. Yeah, that's and he got the best out of the two of them. Just little tweaks. Brilliant. And look at this guy. Then he did what Arteta did when he got full power after about a year. He just started going nuts. You know what I mean? Yeah. He's just signing players. He's telling Salah to suddenly start tracking back. Gravenberch told him that he's not that fond of doing the 6 role, so he just let him not do it. So a lot of this is his own doing. He came out then with all the excuses, which fans don't want to hear. We don't want to hear the excuses all the time. Arteta's always at it as well. They don't want to hear excuses. Just take accountability. You get paid enough. But with Slot, he has to go. If they stick with him, they're only delaying the inevitable. He isn't turning this around. There's no way he's turning this around. The players are gone. They were looking at I think it's the Stuttgart manager, but he also plays Gegenpress like Klopp, and they don't have the players to play that anymore. They're all too old now. They're either perfect for it, or half the team then are just not suited to it. So I think if they can get Areola in, I'd get him in straight away.
Do you think they will spend? So big up, Big D, man.
Yeah, man, big up, guys.
Coming true, man. Big up every time, man.
Boy, you know already.
And I see that your club ain't wasting any time already.
Well, they're trying to jump on some stuff there now.
Your first signing, is it the guy from Atalanta?
Yeah, Edison.
Ederson.
Yeah. So I mean, you know, I think JP was saying in our chat that it's more about bodies as opposed to a quality player.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a CM. He's
played a decent player, Tom, but it's more about squad depth. Yeah. So he's not gonna start every game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He'll start games, but not every game. You know what I mean? And I think obviously going from the one game a week to full blown Champions League and everything else, mate. Yeah, you can't be relying on that squad as it was. So yeah.
Yeah. Nah, I hear that
as well. So
yeah. So listen,
as well now.
The transfer merry-go-round has begun, and as I say, you know, you've even got that golden guy, Barcelona. Are apparently in talks with him. Big up BBK, big up you every time, man. Champions, you never seen that. Sorry, Big D. But yeah, listen, I think they're looking at something in the region of around 80 million euros. And also Bayern Munich were also looking at him as well. I think at one point, Shane, at one point we was linked with him, weren't we? But you know, I mean, would he have suited us on that left hand side? Do you think he's that quality, or do you think
I think he's an Arteta type player. Yeah, he works hard. He's not too fancy. He's direct. But look, I'm still the same as I always was with this manager. I want us to get attacking players in, but I can't get excited about any of them because I just know how it will play out. I do hope and I pray that, like I've said this before about Arteta, as arrogant as he is, he's really insecure. He's a really insecure man. You know, you can see that's why he has to talk so much and talk a big game, and he has to make up stats and make up, you know, oh, look at what we did over the last 2. It doesn't look where I took us from, and look where he always has to big himself up all the time. I hope that now that he's actually got something to be arrogant about, that he'll loosen up a little. I hope that he'll loosen up a little and say, well, I'm just going to let them play now, because I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, well, we have to play beautiful football next season. The reason that there's 2 reasons why I don't want us to play this football anymore. One is that it's just awful to watch and it's not sustainable. Yeah. I mean, we're scraping results the whole way. It's not sustainable. I'm sorry. If the likes of, say 3 out of the 6 teams that fell off this year pick up next season, which you'd expect they would, it won't be as easy. It won't be as easy, and we'll be found out. Yeah. But the second thing is that we will be found out if we play that football. You know, this is what happened with Liverpool. Like I said, they just came in, they played the same sort of way, just slower, and they just got found out very quickly. The defense got found out, and people knew, well, what are we sitting back for? If you get at them, they can't handle it. So I do think we need to change because champions need to change. That you have to keep rolling with the punches up. I always use Ferguson as the example when he signed Berbatov in January. He already had Tevez and Rooney and Ronaldo and all these guys, and he just brought in another striker to say, listen, yous aren't as comfortable as you think yous are. You know, and Berbatov offered something different. You know, he dropped off and he slowed the game down. So you do need to keep rolling with the punches, and you need to not necessarily a load of money. He just needs to loosen up a little. And these are the things, Norms. Like I said, he has to earn my trust because he's broken my trust for so long. So winning the league, getting over the line, even in a cup, I would have taken it. But getting over the line proves the big one for me. That's the huge one. Now he needs to, you know, start playing the youngsters more, stop injuring players, stop playing injured players. There's a lot of stuff he needs to work on. If he gradually works on them, I'll gradually back him more and more. That's the way it works. I won't just give myself over like that. Never. Not to anybody. You know, Wenger had to win me over. George Graham had to win me. All these guys had to win me over. That's the way it is. Yeah. But they never got a chance like this. But yeah, look, Anthony Gordon, I didn't rate him when he went to Newcastle. Then I did rate him, and now I'm sort of in between. He's one of those for me. I do feel that if he went to a Barcelona or a Bayern, he'd go up another level. I think he needs to be at a big team, and he needs to be in a team that attacks all the time. Yeah, but I mean, you talked about my dinners. Oh, listen, way down there. Sorry, no
problem. I appreciate every little precious minutes that you have, brother. Big up to you. Is there
no one's about Shane?
Is the Bruce tomorrow?
Big David. Of course it is, Norms. I'll put a message up in the group.
Need to take
the Champions League.
Please go and subscribe to Shane. big
Big up to the chat.
Irish, full
Big
Irish
Norm.
representative.
Absolute
Big
legends.
up,
I wish I
man.
could
And
stay.
go and
but
enjoy your food, bruv. Yeah.
Talk to you later. Talk to
Take
you
care.
later.
Bless up.
Nice
Bruv.
one,
Take
Shane.
care.
Nice one, mate.
Take care. Yeah, man. Big D, man. What
Yeah.
you say, Brad? It's good to have you back.
Yeah, it's good, man. Yeah, man.
And yeah, man. Just saying, just talking about. But first of all, let's just. I need to gloat a bit. You know, I need to gloat a bit. I'm sorry.
No.
I'm sorry, but this is just great. You know, seeing.
That's the first time I see this picture.
Right.
Yeah,
So this is
I didn't-
obviously the trophy lift at Sellers Park. I was planning to go down there, and I was on the phone talking with my mate and that blah blah blah. And I was saying, should I go down? He said, no, wait for the parade. Wait for the, you know. And I mean, listen, the parade is going to take place. I don't know if you heard. The route is going to be over 9 kilometers long. Big D.
For real.
Okay, they're expecting anywhere in the region of 1 million to 2 million people. They're not going to do a trophy. They're not going to do a trophy lift. You know, like at the Etihad. You know, I think there was about 40 people there, so they were okay to do the trophy lift there. But whereas at the Emirates, they're just saying it's going to be far too
dangerous.
Dangerous, risky. Do you know what I mean? Because when you to fit, listen, on that Tuesday there was 150,000 people down there.
But no,
now they're now talking millions. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
But I was hearing that they're doing this the day after the Champions League final.
Yeah, it's always been set. It's always been set.
What happens to the fans that fly out for the final?
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe they should.
Unless they got private jets, they're probably not getting back for that.
No, they won't. They won't. Yeah,
it's weird that
I don't
get
it.
it.
I don't get it either. Obviously for the players, they will be back. I think I saw something earlier on in the chat thing from AFC, and you're saying it's something like 19 hours to drive to Budapest or something like that. It was some mad.
Is it?
Yeah, something like 19. Did I see? I think it was AFC that put it in there. He said something about 19
probably right
hours.
now. That sounds about right. Whenever
drive. This one here. Yeah. Driving to Budapest, 19 hours drive.
That's crazy. Who's going to do that? That's
so, I don't know. AFC, are you driving there? Are you going there? Because you put it in there. So it'd be interesting to know if you are driving there. But I mean, for the fans that are over there, do you know what I mean? Because I think it's scheduled to start at, I believe it's 2:00. You know, the roads are going to be closed down from like 4 a.m. You know, early Sunday morning. Do you know what I mean? And road closures all around there. I mean, even like they were saying about trains, that there's going to be certain train stations that are just not going to be open and that. I'm planning to leave from Kent and go down there. So the fact that now they're saying that they're not going to do a trophy lift, they're just going to do it as they go along the route because it's just going to be just so many people. And when you saw the amount of people down at the Emirates, and then on the Sunday when we lifted the trophy at Sellers Park, then you looked around the world. They were showing pictures from all around the world: Uganda, Kenya, Nigeria, America. It's mad, you know. You got Spike Lee saying like, he's been a supporter since Thierry Henry days, and he was
for real?
Yeah, man. Big up. He's a big
Spike,
Arsenal fan. You know, I think Thierry Henry was the one that got him into Arsenal. So so he's obviously looking forward to. I don't think he's going to be at the parade, but obviously he's going to be tuning into, because I'm trying to figure out with the guys where we're going to watch the Champions League game. I'm trying to link up with H and all them mans for the parade and that. So I've got to ring him because I think they're leaving from early to get down there from sort of about 12. Do you know what I mean? Because you know what I mean. But
the route is
the route is 9 kilometers. You're talking around about 7-8 miles.
Yeah,
it's mad.
What, just across North London? Yeah.
Wherever it's going to go from.
Yeah.
I mean, a friend of mine on another chat did put in show the route actually. I think somebody did put on there the actual route. So it's crazy. It's crazy from what I understand.
I suppose because the capital is already overpopulated, so then to have something like that, it'd be like if England won a World Cup, it'd be the same curve, wouldn't it?
I think it's.
You know what I mean?
I think this. Hold on, let me just send this. Let me send this to myself. I'll have to take out. I'll take that out in a minute. I'll send that to myself. Let me send that to myself. Shit. And then I'll show that a bit later once I take, because I've got quite a lot of Windows panes open. So it's not going to allow me to show who.
I just realised that picture is Raya in a outfield kit.
Yeah.
I looked at him for who the heck is that? But he just
that's Raya, man. 19 clean sheets yet again, getting the Golden Glove 3 years in a row now. Easily one of the best keepers now in the world, Big D. You know what I mean? You've got to give him his props. He's done it again, and now he's the English champion. You know what I mean? And it's just great seeing these guys. So let me just put this banner up here. Arsenal are England or English champions. Come on, you Gunners! And it's been a long time coming. It's great to see Mr. Victor Gyökeres walk in with that trophy, doing his usual walk. That's that back-to-back. Because he done it with Sporting Lisbon.
Yeah, I'm about to say it's a very hard thing to do, to come into a league.
And he did it the year before with him, so it's free. You know, he's done a 3P with 2 different clubs.
Yeah, fair play.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so you know, big up to him. Really glad for him. You know, getting, I think it's 14 Premier League goals, 21 or 22 in all comps. Is the future looking bright for him? Hopefully.
What's he now, Nom? 29?
He's 20. Yeah, I think he's 28, going to be 29. Yeah. So still got a couple of years with us. I mean, if we go in and get a top class striker like Alvarez, he could become second choice. But then the question is what then happens to Kai Havertz? You know what I mean? Is he gonna stick around, or do you know what? We don't know. I mean,
he's still got a few years left, doesn't he, Havertz, on his contract as well?
Yeah. He's contracted up. He's contracted up to about 2028 or 2029, so like that. So I don't know if we're going to get rid of him. But look, it is what it is. But it's just great seeing that, and the manager getting manager of the year, and I was just thinking, what your thoughts on that? Because there were some other managers in, you know, Keith Andrews for Brentford. Obviously, they fell off. You got Areola for Bournemouth, getting them in the Europa League. Sunderland, their manager, being in Europe for the first time in their history. Yeah. So you know what I mean. You know, they've done really well. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So look, at the end of the day,
I think once you win it, Norm, you win it, I think then it probably would be rude not to have given it him, regardless of what's happened around him. Yeah, because obviously, you know, we've watched the journey, we've watched him struggle, get to that second again, and then you think, and then there was a point where we thought, okay, have they blown it here? And then you watch City blow up their own spot. And you said, nah, man, he's good. I think I said this to you in 3 games to go or 4 games to go. I go, nah, he's good, no. And I was.
I've always believed in him. You know what I mean? I you know, it's just this whole thing about the service that he wasn't getting in that, and you know, second part of the season he started to come good. Started to get a bit more service. As Saka come back, he started to link up with him again. Do you know what I'm sort of saying? It's just that you play to his strengths, and this is
I think that was it in the early doors, because obviously he's settling in new country, new team, new city, all of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. The question is now, does he play in there with big ears, mate? Does he play in this? That's the question.
I think
big up H, man. Big up to you, H, man.
Man like H, big up yourself, bro.
Big up to you, brother. Big up to you. Big up to you, man.
I think he'd be gutted, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think if he doesn't start in that final, I think, would you say he has a right to be? I just feel like Arteta still does prefer Havertz. And that might be unfortunate for him. So don't be surprised if he does not start the final. But I think in his mind, he'll feel like he's done enough to start that the Big Ears final. So it's going to be interesting. But I think with Arteta, he's got that kind of creature, that habit, the creature of habit where you just keep going back like to the default. And I feel like Havertz is his default in terms of the way he wants to play football, and maybe just Havertz is probably still more comfortable in that Arsenal team. As Gyökeres still gets comfortable and acclimatized. So if I saw that lineup and he was on the bench, I wouldn't be alarmed. Yeah, if I'm an Arsenal fan. Yeah, I think you have to expect if Havertz is 100% fit I think Havertz starts the final. And whether you might say unfortunately or fortunately, depends on how the Arsenal fans look at it, you know what I mean? But I think a young kid like that, that's still fresh, because he hasn't started every game, so he's still fresh. Like, yeah, I feel like.
Plus, you got, I mean, Timber. You know, Timber is coming.
Yeah.
Whether he's coming back, he's coming back now. I mean, he probably will be on the bench. I would just say, look, play Mascara there. Don't get clever and start playing Zubamendi or Rice out of position like you did.
You can't be, you know.
You can't not against PSG. You know, when you got Kvaratskhelia coming at you. Yeah, you can't do that. And listen, I'm quietly confident. Before, as I said, you know, getting the you know, the Prem over the line. You know, the players are confident. You know, Mikel Arteta, you know, he's come out and he's basically said, you know, in this extract from Sky, he said you can sense the energy, the positivity, and the confidence in the players and everybody around the club. And obviously, you got, you know, you can see in there with the manager, Barclays manager of the year. And then you got what was an amazing opportunity to write new history in our football club. We're convinced we're going to do it. We travel to Budapest on Thursday, fully convinced that in a few days we can be champions of Europe. You also said it's a great moment. We're really enjoying what happened in the last few days, and now we are refocused because we have the big one coming up on Saturday, and we want to really be ready for that one. And you've said it, Big D, like you did say about that. You believe that we have a very good chance of getting something from this game. You know what I mean? When you think back,
if you go back through the Champions League, like defensively, you guys haven't really put a foot wrong. That's why you're in the final. Yeah. So we've not
lost a game. We've not lost a game.
That's what I'm saying. So if you look at their attacking prowess, it really is their attacking prowess against your defensive know-how. Yes, Junior Martin, big up, man.
Yeah.
And so I'm looking at, and it's actually a nice clash in sense, right? Like, I'm going to mastermind our defensive and we're going to counter-attack you. And these men going to say, we're going to try and pep your goal till we break you down. Let you know that your defense is not as good as you think it is. So I think it's almost a perfect game for the neutrals to watch an attacking team go after a very solid defensive team.
Yeah. And do you think if we try to go toe to toe with them, that could be a mistake, because you know we should just play our game?
There's no point changing it up just because of the final. I think you play your game, and you've got enough pacey. You got enough pacey players.
Because there's talk that we can beat them from set piece. You know what I mean? Because they haven't got big players and that. So what we need to do, and I said it last show, that we have to be, once we're in front of goal, if it's from a set piece or if we hit them on a counter, and we have to be clinical. That's the thing. We have to be clinical with this, and make sure that when we do take shots on goal, make sure that it counts. You know what I mean? I'll have some end product. That's what we need to see. Do you know what I'm trying to say? And look, I'm quietly confident. And as Shane, big up Shane, as Shane said earlier on, I'm not going into this game thinking, oh my God, I'm quite relaxed. Not only that, the fact that, okay, if we go there, I think it would be the manner in which if we did get beaten, how would it, because, people could say, well, we've got the Premier League to fall back on, we've got the parade the next day, so that would be quickly erased from our memories. But the ops are out there are willing for PSG, they're going to be doing their hate watch alongs and all of that, you know what I mean?
If you look at it, Norm, Arteta is going up against a better manager. I think we've both agreed that we'll both take him at our teams. So there's no hate there from me.
Yeah, no, I absolutely agree with you.
So some
people might not. Some people might not agree with you, but I absolutely agree with you. And it's just because maybe if you've said like Enrique is better than Mikel Arteta, which I still think he is.
And obviously Arteta, one would say, well, Arteta's now proved it in the hardest league. I'm not saying it's the best league. I think it's the hardest league when it comes to the physicality of the league.
Yeah.
But then, as we always say, Norm, the one-off game, you roll the dice and you play your football. That's why I say I wouldn't change the football I play if I'm Arsenal. I play the same football, but then what you do, you roll the dice and he has to be a bit risky. If something's not working, like don't be afraid to make an early sub and switch it up. And that's what if you look at the last 2 finals that we've got to, both managers in the Europa finals they waited so long to switch it up until it was too late. So you're hoping that Arteta will look at that and say, if it's not quite working the way he wants it to work, make the subs, man, because it's still the same 5 subs in it in there. It's still the same 5 subs for the final, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So even if you make 2 subs to switch it up, you still got 3 to fall back on. If you get an injury or a bad yellow that could have been a red, and you just think someone's head's gone, get him out of there, and you make that sub. So it's going to be interesting to see whether he tries to get cute or he just plays how you've been playing this season. I know a lot of fans say, "Oh, we can't go forward playing like that," but it's got you to the promised land in terms of Premier League. So get to the second promised land where there's more milk and there's more honey, and everything is nice, Norms. You know what I mean? So yeah. He can't be nervous or apprehensive about where he is now. He knows the squad. He knows who he trusts. As in, when the chips are down, he knows who he trusts. So you just want him to go and play the Arsenal way, as in the way they've played this season, because it's got him where he's got, and take it from there. 2 good sides. It's gladiators, Norm. It's gladiators, mate. You know. So yeah. There's nothing.
So
it's not like.
Are you backing an English team, Big D?
Yeah, I have to, Norm. And I know a lot of Man United fans. You see, I'm not on the hate watch thing. You know, I think there's too much going on in the world for me to be hating. It's a very strong word, Norms.
Yeah,
it's a word I don't like to use, man. I might dislike somebody, but when you say hate, it's like, brother, that's coming deep from the heart when you say them words to people. You know what I'm saying? For me, I think if we have the representation of an English team in Europe, then get beyond the English team, man. Put all that aside. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Agreed with you, H man. I
want
Arteta to be brave but not reckless. Yeah, absolutely.
And
okay. Let's D. You might actually choke on your drink when I bring in the next person. Yeah?
Who's this one here? What, brother? Man, like
is he a ghost? Is he a ghost?
Yeah.
Is he a ghost? Yo?
What's going on, bro?
My people, I'm doing well, thanks. Good to see you all again.
Yes, Cole. Big up yourself, man.
And again.
Bro, big up, Cole. You say, bro.
Congratulations, champ.
Thank you. Say it again.
It's about time. Congratulations.
Big up, Kofi. Big up. Guys, we have a here you go from Fabrizio Ez. Let's be showing you this.
What's going on here?
There you go.
Oh.
Wow.
Anthony
Gordon.
Gianni, big up to you, bro. You know. Gianni, if you want to come on,
Gianni, man.
You know the score. Soap and water.
Wow.
Yeah. Just click. It's the old link that I sent you. Yeah. So if you want to come on and just jump on and have your thoughts, come on, man. We're just saying big up to the community. Thank you to the community for supporting us throughout the year. So feel free. Just go back on your Insta post and click on that link and come in and join us. But big up to you every time. And PFTC just saying big up to Gianni every time. Yeah, there you go, guys. Breaking news. And I think
what's your thoughts on that,
eh?
See this, right?
Yeah, what's your thought? I mean, this is mad.
Mad. You see, quickly, right? That means they're not doing the Rashford thing, bro.
Yeah, what's going to happen with that?
This is what I'm saying, because they tried to get Rashford on the cheap, saying they ain't got no money, and then look.
So Rashford is coming back to you.
So this price is double what we're asking for Rashford.
Yeah,
pretty much.
Now, Ez, hopefully Ez will come on and explain, because he was kind of explaining between him and JP. They were talking about the makeup and the salary and that. Yeah. The cost of Anthony Gordon compared to. So hopefully, if Ez does come on, he'd be able to might just break it down a little bit for us. You know what I mean?
I wanted to ask D something. Does it feel good? Does it feel good being ahead of Liverpool? You know, finishing ahead.
It always feels good, Kofi. And the thing is, and I think it feels better because you're reigning champion. Well, you were reigning champions. And this is what I was saying to Liverpool guys in my chat. And like, how are we Mr. 15th in the league ahead of the champions when they're defending their throne. It didn't make any sense to me.
I really want to confront Kofi about this, and just I just see, guys, you can see the breaking news.
Wow,
Anthony Gordon to Barcelona. Here we go. Official bid accepted by Newcastle and Saudi. Now, the thing is, the situation with Newcastle. I wonder if they, again, Ez might be able to shed some light on this, and anybody in the chat if you can. Newcastle are probably the richest club in world football.
Right.
Like their hands are tied because of PSR and all that. Now they've got this kind of thing for him. I mean, are they going to be able to hold on? Because listen, they finished, I think it was 11th, something like that. Is Ediard job secure? Tonali, is he going to go? Guimaraes, is he going to stay there? There's a lot of things that's going to happen. They're not in Europe, but listen, they've sold Anthony Gordon, and as Shane said, he's a sort of player that would suit Arteta because he's a hard worker, he goes up and down. I never ever thought in my born days that this guy would get to Barcelona much more by Munich. You know what I mean? It's crazy. 70 million free plus add-ons to bring the final package to 80 million euros. Gordon set to trap. And what's exciting is that people are starting to do business. We talked about your club
business.
You know what I mean? You're linked with Carlos Baleba.
Wow.
From Brighton, it's looking like you want to get business done as well.
He wants to come as well.
Step on this. We just got to get the Champions League out of the way. Hopefully, we'll win it, and then we start to move. But I want to come back to Kofi because I'm sorry, Kofi, your defense of the title is absolutely disgusting. Graham Souness has come out and slated Salah the way he's brought down Slot. I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on at Liverpool. There's talk about Areola being linked with you.
I feel we've kind of lost our identity.
Yeah.
We've come away, obviously, from Klopp's stamp of playing football, and Slot's way doesn't really suit us.
Right.
It's hard to say, and I feel it, and in a way, I feel for Slot because for him to come in and try to put his own stamp on the team, and he did a little bit. He did it, and he won the title. But then to really go and push on, and it just showed that the team weren't really warming to him because they've been used to this high energy counter pressing for so long, and now they're playing a style of football that they're not really warming to. They're not enjoying it because it was just too labouring, and it was so slow. It was painful to watch. It was painful to watch.
Yeah. I mean, listen, I've been on the phone with you. The beatings you've taken at home, the beatings from Aston Villa. It's not good.
I almost tore my away jersey up because we've had probably one of the worst defeats of this campaign for I can't even remember since I've been a Liverpool supporter. It's been that bad. It has been that bad.
I think if you listen, under a couple of your old managers, but if you look at the context, if you look at the context, in terms of the money that you spent, because I really big up to Mr. Pads, man, big up to you all the time, man, every time. I thought after you walk in the league last season, the money that you spent, the players that you brought in, Isak and all of that players, I was thinking you guys are going to walk the league. It's like you're building a dynasty now to control, the next couple of years. But you've absolutely fallen off a cliff. Slot's fallen off a cliff, and I noticed that you've actually taken out his name now because out of your.
To be honest, I'm
so who would you like? Who would you like, Kofi? If you're not confident of him. I mean, as I said, Areola, there's talk of Areola, but he could be going to Ace. I think it's AC Milan. There's talk about him
Oh,
going
for
there.
real?
But he was linked with Liverpool as well.
To be honest, I would have thought that the club would have had the balls to say, let's get in Alonso, let's do the deal now, let's get it out
he's gone to your ops, mate. He's gone to Chelsea.
But now they're just letting managers, good managers that are ready to come in, you know? And that's been the story of Liverpool, like since FSG took over.
Yeah.
They allow a season of good players, potential managers to, you know, just go by. Yes, they did bring in Klopp, and you know he's done really well. But you know, at the end of the day, it's just been their blueprint.
Yeah,
it's been FSG's blueprint, and until they leave Liverpool, they're always going to be that way. They're always going to do that. So yeah.
It's not good. So I think everything at the moment, everything's up in the air at the moment with Slot. So it's not because the owners pretty much want him to stay, but you've got half the fan base that want him gone. And if you was the owner, as you say, you're putting that kind of money, giving him that kind of money for them to end up finishing fifth, letting in 50 plus goals, you know, said, you know, when you look at the players, Salah, I mean, look, you know, Graham Souness was having a go at him because, you know, he was pulling down Slot and he was saying that, you know, it's not good enough. He shouldn't, you know, I think it was Wayne Rooney was saying that he shouldn't even play again for Liverpool in that last game of the season because he was selfish in terms of he was criticising the style of play. And he was doing it publicly. Do you know what I mean? On his ex account and all of that. So was he right to do that? Are you glad to see the back of him? And what players would want to? Yeah, go
on. To be honest, I don't think he's like a leader. He's not that type of player that you can call to him and say, you know what, let me take player around my, you know, arm and say, look, we need to step up. I would have rather had a James Milner back in the team because he would have lifted up the team spirits and said, okay, let's get back to, you know, the old ways. Let's do it this style. Let's, you know, bring in some rugged football because we need rugged football at times. Like I said, the midfield of Liverpool is probably or has probably been the core of Liverpool for a long, long time. And, you know, we just looked leggy, we couldn't tackle, and it's been like that all season. It really has.
So what players now, Kofi, because you've spent an awful lot of money, you've bought in quite a few players now, and you're still looking at, I mean, obviously Salah's going. Now, maybe we could go on, maybe go down to West Ham now that they've gone down. There's a couple of players in there. I think you're also linked with their midfielder,
Fernandez
guy.
Matthias.
And then you got Jared Bowen.
Yeah,
he's the sort of player that might suit you.
I'll take him now. I've always liked
him. I wouldn't mind him.
I was speaking to JP about him, Norman. JP was like, I just don't like him, dear. I don't know why I don't like him, but I don't like him, mate. So, but I said I'd take him, Jared. Those two I'll take. And I'd even bring back Wan-Bissaka as well.
Yeah, it's a bit of a fire sale down there. Oh, you take Wan-Bissaka back? You take Wan-Bissaka back?
He's a better defender than Dollar.
Is it more for numbers or just, you know what I mean? Because
no, it's a better defender. I'm not saying he's starting every game, but there's certain games where in Champions League, you're going to need a Wan-Bissaka that's got recovery pace and can tackle and shore up. You just got to make sure that he stays switched on. So
he'll do a better job than Frimpong.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. Yeah, there you go. That's what I'm saying. So there's at least 3 players from West Ham that I would take personally.
Yeah. Sorry, just a quick one. Just go again. H is saying, wait, Mr. Hunter, are you comparing Saka to Pele? I'm sorry, I don't understand. Now this is Mr. Hunter here.
Yeah, but cringe.
Saka, Pele, show me Pele's prim.
Like, relax, bro. Don't do that.
What we doing here? What we doing here? Listen, man, we can't call it like that, man. We can't disrespect Pele's name like that.
Like you can see there, UFC/Bristol, glazes out anyway.
You know what I'm saying? But I mean, so there's going to be possibly a fast there. I mean, Nuno looks like he's staying with West Ham, and to be honest, obviously, they beat Leeds, but what I mean, just too late, bro. You know what I mean? Absolutely too late. And
how's your bro-in-law?
Hey?
How's your bro-in-law, man?
Do you know I've not spoken to him yet.
Oh Lord, no.
So you know what I mean? I've not spoken to him. I think he was resigned. You know what I mean? I tried to find some hope, some ray of hope, ray of light that maybe. But I'll tell you this now. I mean, Chile is not here. He did tell me to shut my mouth in no uncertain terms. Yeah, but embarrassing Spurs stay up. You know what I mean? The fan base. I was talking about this earlier on in the show, right? When we won at Crystal Palace, Sellers Park, and we were obviously waiting. People are going to say, oh, they were waiting to set up the stands and all of that for us to lift the trophy. They spent about 10, 15 minutes showing Spurs fans and players going crazy. Vicaria jumping on Deserber's back after Parley, scores a goal. Do you know what I mean? I'm like, what are we doing here? Do you know what I mean? A team that has won only 3 games at home. Let me find the stats here. So let's just read this. Yeah, Tottenham Hotspur won only 3 home games in the Premier League during the 2025-26 season, following an historical poor campaign under multiple managers, including Thomas Frank, Igor Tudor or not Tudor, that is the question, and Robert De Zerbi, who now is the 3rd highest paid manager, who they've kept, giving him a 5-year deal. And now, Spurs narrowly escaped relegation, finishing 17th with an overall home record of 3 wins, 6 draws, 10 defeats at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Crazy. Spurs also experienced historically poor home form with only 3 home wins all season, the joint lowest by any Premier League team to escape relegation, along with Hull in 08-09, including a run of 1 home win in 17. Everton were the only team Tottenham beat at home in a way in the league. And that was the game that saved their bacon. Let me bring in Money Ayres, and I'll just give Big D his time. The big
money.
The big money.
Yes. Speak up, everyone, man. Bring up the panel. Normski, congratulations, Normski. Congratulations, you did it. You got it across the line, Normski. You did it, Normski. Mr. Arteta win no trophy. Second again. He's done it, Normski. Normski, we're all going to the parade, Normski. We're all going. I'm going, Normski. I'm going to be there.
Why are you going? You're Chelsea support. Where are you going?
I'm going to the parade. What's wrong? I'm not invited, Normski.
Big up, Jam Boy, man. What a Normski deep coffee at the chat. Big up, man. Big up. What are you doing? What are you doing here, brother? What are you doing?
Norms, are you being prejudiced? I'm not allowed to celebrate.
I'm hearing all fans are going there. Everybody's going there. Man United fans are going there. Chelsea fans are going there.
Not me,
I doubt Tottenham fans are going there, but you know what I mean? Like, what's going on there? You know what I'm saying?
I'm joking. I'm not going to the parade, but
if you look at you stay at home.
If you look at the socials, Ez, you look at the socials, and you're seeing women say that they never even heard their man chat about football before, and then the man's just saying, "I'm with the man's then, miss. Yeah. We're going to the parade." You know, what parade?
Trust me.
And I said, I popped into Sports Direct, right? There's no word of a lie, Norm.
Yeah.
Saturday, they had Arsenal shirts 30% off, and people were buying them. I was pissed off. I said, "What is going on here?" I said, "Man United could never. Our shirts are still full price, bruv." And I don't know what.
But it's probably like the old shirts, man. It's not the new shirts.
Nah, bro, it's the ones. Yeah, I couldn't believe it. I had to look good and say, "Hold on," because like you guys, we released that shirt and released that our new shirt already and played the last game in that new shirt.
No, we ain't taking off 30% off for the new shirt. We ain't taking off 30% off for that. I've gone online. That's 148 quid with number 26 on the back, champions. Yeah, I haven't told the missus yet, so she's probably watching this now. It's too late now. It's too late. The secret is out, people. The secret is out. The secret is out. Yeah, secret is out. But yeah, man, big up Ez, man, every time. Thank you for coming on and
congratulations. Congratulations.
Listen, thank you very much. Listen, it's funny because it's ironic. There's 22 people in the building, and it's 22 years since we win a title. How ironic is that?
Wow.
24 now, people in the building. Smash that like button. Get those likes up, people. Get those likes up. But Ez, you said it today in your thing. You said that you're going to be very busy this summer for Bitzer Ez. He has a kind of, he does look a little bit like him, you know what I mean? But just on the black side, you know what I'm saying?
A bit tanned.
He was first. He's well tanned up, but he was first to come in, and we've already spoken about it. Anthony Gordon going to Barcelona, that is crazy. And we was having a conversation. We was having a conversation on our chat, and JP was trying to get his head around the whole, business side of it in terms of, and then the situation with Rashford as well. Because what's going to happen with Rashford? Is it going to cost Man United? Because Rashford, I think, was something like, it was 27 million that they were looking at deal. Something I can't remember the exact price.
I think 27 million euros, not even pounds.
All right, 27 million euros, right?
Oh, yeah, it was euros, yeah. So you get them on the cheap in terms of, if you look at, if we go on the stat base, bearing in mind he didn't start the bulk of the games, his stats have been fairly decent. You know what I mean?
Say that again, right? Say that again?
No, I was saying that if you look at him not starting regularly for Barcelona and the stats that he put up, if we're going by, a lot of people just go by the stat data, he's actually contributed very well to them winning what they've won. So then now to say that 26 million or 27 million euros is too expensive, and then now we're just seeing this 70 and 80 for a player that plays in practically the exact position as Rashford, it makes you wonder whether they just say, allow Rashford. Remember, he wants to be there. You know what I mean? He wants to be in Barcelona. Right. That was his preferred destination on loan. So,
I'm just going on this just from our chat, right? So just sort of what JP said, he says, and then Ed started to come in here, so Ed can sort of bring some light onto this. He goes, £25 million for Rashford is too much, yeah? And Ed says, it's the book value, Jace. He goes, Rashford is 300k per week, 15.6 million per year. Yep. 5-year contract equals £78 million. That's 11.7 million circa loan wages accumulated at 26 million transfer fee now demanded, which equals in total 115.7 million book value spent on Rashford. Gordon currently is on 150k a week, 7.8 million per year, even with wages bumped to 200k per week at 5-year contract. And also for Gordon, and a signing on fee of 6 million, they'll negotiate. Gordon equals 112 million book value and 25 years old. All right. Jay says, but they're not paying him 300k to sit on the bench. And if he's demanded that, then he's learned nothing.
Because I always thought that there was going to be he was willing to take a pay cut to be permanent at Barcelona.
Yeah.
Hence why the 26 million euros felt like, okay, that's doable because he's going to lower his wages. But if he's saying that he ain't lowering his wages, as in the terms, I have that Man United contract, so let them pay me up then. If Barcelona don't want to pay me, that's what I think's going on here. I could be wrong, but that's what it feels like.
It feels like it because, as I said, on context, people are probably saying, how can you pay 60 million for Gordon and not the 25 million for Rashford if it's Rashford so good? Because Rashford obviously had a decent season there. He wants to stay, la 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 la. But the context is Rashford is on a lucrative salary, which he still owed 30 odd million from Man United on that salary. He's not gonna go without getting at least 70%, 60% of that salary paid off in some way or another. United want the 20-something million just to cover the books. They're not going to pay Rashford anything. And Barcelona have actually agreed with Rashford to pay for her. I think he's on about 200 or something on Barcelona's for a loan. Right. He's not going to take that as a going forward. No way.
But
and that's the thing. That's the thing. He's just not.
But if you look at it, always, it's like if the club were trying to say how the club almost was forcing Garnacho out, saying you've got to fight within the club. We want you gone. I don't feel that was the same way. Rashford came out and said he wanted a new challenge. So with that, I want a new challenge. Then they have to come with, well, your challenge could have been a new challenge here, especially now with Carrick here. That's why I said in the chat that Carrick was saying, well, if he stays, I'll work with him. And I feel that is a red flag for me because he doesn't want to be here. And so when a player doesn't want to be here, he cannot then pretend that he holds all the cards. So you got to lower your wages, bro, to make that work. If you really want Barcelona, lower your wages and earn that money back in endorsements and sponsorships for your personal self. If he's that good, he'll get it, whatever it is, a new, brand ambassador, whatever. He'll get that money back. But if you're saying, yeah, I'm not leaving nothing on the table, we watch American sports stars do this all the time. As they leave millions on the table to strengthen their teams.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So they got a bench or whatever. You see this in the NBA a lot, Norm, where the star players will leave sometimes up to $20 million on the table, Norm, just to get some good role players to support them in getting to the NBA finals. So if Rashford says Barcelona is where he wants to be, he's smiling again, I heard, and he's got a bounce in his step, his missus is there. The same missus that puts up his head in Old Trafford, that's the same one he took to Spain with him. Anyway, let me leave that one alone, you know what I mean? And I'm like, hold on. If you want Barcelona, sit at the table and lower your wage demand. That's how I see it.
Yeah.
Greedy.
Brother. But Ed, you did say that in our chat that it looks like it's going to be a really busy summer in terms of transfer window. I mean, just your quick thoughts, Kofi, as well.
That's cool.
Because you remember, Kofi, you spent near enough $500 million last season, right?
Yeah.
And look, I would guess that you're probably going to spend again because the likes of you're going to lose. You lost Salah. You lost. What's his name? Robbo.
Robinson,
Van Dijk. Canate signed a new deal, but Van Dijk, not too sure what's going on with that situation.
Yeah, look, we need 2 more centre backs.
And what's name's going to be coming back to you from Aston Villa? The guy that you loaned out. What's his name? The young fella that you loaned out.
Yeah, I know.
You can see his face. Elliot.
Yeah,
Elliot. Yeah, he's gonna come back.
To be honest, the midfield now, I'm just thinking we need tacklers. Obviously, McAllister, because he's not naturally playing his proper position, he hasn't been the same.
How many players do you realistically need?
Probably about 6. We do, honestly. If I was to say hand on my heart, we need players. We need
6?
Players. Yeah. I think so.
Wow.
Because you got an injury-stricken Isak as well.
Do you think you wasted money on that guy?
Sorry?
Do you think you've wasted money on that guy?
I don't think it's a waste of money. He's there for the future. So you always have to look at the longevity of, can he last probably 5 years at Liverpool? But he's still got, there's still a lot to come from Isak. But obviously players like Jones might be leaving. Chiesa, you got
Frimpong who just hasn't hit the ground running, so and he's now missed out on the Holland team as well.
We got to cover a lot of areas, and it's going to cost money for us.
What sort of money are you talking? Because you spent 500 million. What are we talking? You're talking 6 players.
I reckon we could spend another 300.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I reckon. But
yeah, I mean, you said it's going to be a busy summer. What clubs? I mean, I suppose the likes of Man United now are obviously looking like they're going to get one at least over the line before the World Cup starts. Who do you think is going to do the most business, and how quick are we talking about getting these business done, because you've got to take into consideration there's a World Cup. So players are going to literally be going straight from their camp, straight to the camps, you know what I mean? Beginning of June, they won't be back. The World Cup finishes, depending on how far they go in the competition, end of July.
Yeah.
The Premier League and other leagues will be starting maybe around about the third week in August. So you're going to have a lot of players that won't have had the pre-season under their belt. They're not going to have the pre-season under the belt. And then there's also the whole thing of the players that you're going to be looking to bring into your club, because a lot of those players are going to be in the shop window during the World Cup and it's hard to try and do business whilst the players are still in there. So you're going to get a lot of speculation and that. As I said, Man United have done their bit by going for the guy from Atalanta, which is called as JP, a squad player. I was looking at his stats. He's at CM, primarily a CM, but has played as a DM. But I don't know too much about him. But yeah, Ez, what your thoughts on in general and what each club will need to do. Arsenal, obviously, winning the Premier League. We can't sit back on our laurels. There's several players that we need to get rid of. What are your thoughts on all of that?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's as linear of who will do the most business.
Yeah. Dr. Seymour, big up to you.
I predict, just from previous years and just other things, there's other factors we need to look at this season, and I'm sure people at home will either agree or disagree. Feel free to chime in, guys, and everyone on the panel. But I think the World Cup being at stake, some people will be knee-jerk and want to get business done early. Because once players are at the World Cup, they probably are not focused on the move, they're focused on World Cup, and that's a big factor. But also, saying that, the World Cup becomes a big scouting thing, where players that maybe are not so obvious on your radar, if they have a good campaign, there will be 3 or 4 clubs lining up to sign up these players. That's how I don't know if you remember James Rodriguez got his move to Real Madrid all those years ago.
That's right, yeah. But he didn't quite work out. It didn't quite work out for him, though, did it?
It didn't work out. But this is genuinely where people go and say, "Well, I didn't know about that kid, or I didn't know he could perform like that on this stage." Enzo Fernandez got his move to Chelsea because of the World Cup.
Well, he's looking like they put a price tag on his head, 100 million.
Yeah, I've got my opinion on that. But I'll come back to Enzo in a second. But I also think the league finishes, looking at where clubs finished in the table, will be another factor to how aggressive people are in the market. It's no longer about economics. It's about really amending the season. This really wasn't a good campaign, as much as Arsenal are elect and they deserve their league title. We don't need to talk about refs today, Normski. I don't think you deserve that. You don't deserve that, Normski. You don't deserve that. All right.
Why are you bringing it up then?
I thought I put a little segue in that. But the truth is, if you look at the points,
JP said it's going to be an asterisk over our name. JP said it's an asterisk over our name.
You have to come and talk about it.
There's no asterisk over our name. We won it fair and square. Yeah, no red cards. Yeah, we got no red cards. No penalties this year. What we're dealing here? What we're doing?
No ski. 85 points to win the Premier League.
All right. So people are going to say that 85 points is a low score, and what?
No, it is. Right. You win. You won it.
Well, we won it.
At the end of the day,
did Man United win with 75 points? Didn't Man United win with 75 points?
Yeah, under Fergie.
Yeah,
I think under Fergie. I think.
What I'm trying to say,
and it was a way more physical league with bare red cards. We played a lot of games without top players. And I think, and Normski will remember this. I reckon the second week of the season, he said to me, "Can we win the league?" As in Man United, I said, "Not a chance. We're all over the shop." So it leaves me with you guys, Liverpool defending, and City. Blue Man's no chance. Liverpool, get the heck out of it. So I back you guys from week 2.
You did.
You know what I'm saying?
You did.
on here. So
Do you think, D?
you
I'm
know,
going to ask you a question. Do you think we won it fair and square?
I think you had a little help from your friends, Norm.
Who's our friends? The players.
Yeah, come on, Norms.
Come on,
Come on,
Normski.
Norms.
You know what I mean?
Listen.
You won it.
brother.
Norms, you won it.
And
You won it.
We can listen,
get it.
guys. We can say that. We can say the same for Man City.
exactly.
We can say the same for Man City.
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean? But
Now,
the way people are going is like you know. I mean, we listen. I said it's not an Arsenal problem. It's a PJ Malo. It's a VAR problem. Yeah, they get it wrong.
yeah.
It's not. What can we do? What can we? If they can't call it, what can we do? We're playing. If they're not prepared to call it out, what can we do?
But it's more about the
They're
beneficiaries.
not helping us. They haven't said,
Come on,
okay,
Norms, the beneficiaries.
we want.
Norms.
Listen, everybody benefits. Chelsea have
Norms,
benefited from it.
just
Chelsea
take
have
the help.
benefited from it. Liverpool have benefited from it.
Norms, just take the help. No problem.
Brother.
Take the help.
because
It's not going to stop you going to the parade, is it? You know what I mean?
no, because if you look at like I've been following the NBA and there's
Just to let you know, guys, Crystal Palace,
there's a guy that
is it Vallecano? I can't remember where they're playing.
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
trying to Europa Conference League tonight. Come on, Crystal Palace. Come on, Glasgow.
Yeah.
Let's do it. All English thing. Back
Yeah.
English teams.
Palace,
Mateta,
yeah.
do your business. Do your business. We beat
I'm
you at
not
home.
sure.
We lifted the
Not sure,
trophy. Fantastic. Lovely,
Yeah.
jubbly. Sorry, Big D.
No, it's fine. No, if you look at most sports, right, there's always calls that we will say that could have gone either way. As you guys know, I follow the NBA, and there's the franchise player for Oklahoma City Thunder, a guy called SJ, like that's his initials. He almost flops on every shot. And he's going to get free throws literally every other possession in the game. Now it's become a huge talking point, saying that the refs, because he's a superstar, the refs are letting him get away with that. So
big up the table.
This is what I said about you being a beneficiary of. It's Arsenal. It's Arsenal's time, and I just believe it was your time. That's why I was very quick to back you, because I wanted.
I think we was
deep down.
consistent. We was consistent. Yes, it wasn't the best kind of football. And as you can see from this article here, Arsenal wouldn't be Premier League champions had it not been for the impact of their set piece this season. The Gunners scored 29 goals from set pieces this term and conceded just 8. The best return across both stats in the entire division. However, if those were taken away, these are the ifs. Yeah. If those were taken away, Mikel Arteta's side would have lost 15 points from their tally during the season. This would have meant that they would have dropped down to second, a staggering 10 points behind new champions Man City. So people, you can't see it clear, but they're saying that because of our set pieces, if that was taken away from them, but it's part of the game. It's part of the game. So if some buts and if did it happen, and if a team scored all set pieces all season, they won 1-0 and they won it. That's what it is. It's a weapon that we've used, and we've used it effectively. So I don't know why. So
just a little help with a little help from your friends, just a little help, which is fine. Norm, you have to own that one. That there was a little help from your friends, and I think we've all won titles. I think we've all won titles with a little help from our friends. Where even me as a Man United fan was saying Bruno should have walked for that, and he didn't. And I'm just using Bruno as an example rather than.
With regards to
remember, he hasn't won a big thing.
Yeah, we didn't get no red cards this season, but I could probably count 1 or 2 that I know we should have got red cards for, and we got away with it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And
I'm okay with that. I'm actually okay with that, because I think when you look at champions in every sport, there's certain things where you think that could have gone either way, and then that is determined. If you look at there was an injury that you guys got, and this was like last season, and you said he shouldn't have even been playing him for him to get injured. It's things like that that just turn the tide, and for me, I'm okay with that, man. Like I say, for week 2.
I think it was about time. As I said, come on, 30
time for Arsenal to come true. Time for Arsenal to come true, and
we've been the most consistent team. over 38 games, and
Yeah.
I think we were the best team at the end of the day.
Right.
We were the best team.
And now,
You know what I mean?
me, Kofi, Ez, Chili, JP, whoever supports Man City, now we got to pull our bootstraps up now because now you are the industry standard, just like it was for Liverpool. And so, like, the Liverpool fans now are piping down on me. Now, they've been aggressive all season until they realize that they're going to finish below us. How? I can't even believe that, Kofi. Like, how did Liverpool finish below Man United in the league? But here we are.
It was what it is. Is what it is.
Yeah. But at least you did qualify for Champions League, because I think if you hadn't, like Ezzy's Chelsea, that's a whole other story, bruv.
Yeah,
That
I
really
mean,
is.
Ez,
Yeah.
I mean, what we're saying about that? I mean, are you happy that you're happy that you're not playing in the Conference League, even though you won all of the European Cups? It's fair play to you. You've got Alonso. You've nicked Alonso from underneath Kofi's nose. He'd ideally have wanted him. You've now got him.
Yeah.
You know, you will only play the Premier League and whatever cups that you're in terms of the FA domestic cups and the Carabao Cup. Where do you see yourself come the end of next season? I mean, we'll talk about this all summer, and obviously depending on who you get. I can't remember. Somebody was saying that it might be Maresca. Maresca was holding out an olive leaf, or I'm going to give another chance to what's his name, the one that was on loan at Everton, for Man City. What's his name? What's the guy that's on loan? Grealish, Jack Grealish.
Oh, Jack.
Yeah. There's a chance that he could be going back to Man City. But like with Chelsea, Ez, we've not been in Europe. Do you fancy your chances of finishing in the top four? Do you think you will actually challenge for the title, or is it just like you might get the odd cup here or there? And you're obviously evidently happy you've got Alonso now. Kofi's not happy about it because Slot is not doing the business. So what are your thoughts quickly on that?
Alonso's got a lot of work to do, and I can't judge him until I see him at work. I can't judge him based on what he's done at Bayern Leverkusen, because he didn't come into a mess as such. He came into a team that never expected to overachieve, and he's overachieved by dominating that league, going unbeaten, beating the current dominant team in Bayern Munich.
Yep.
But at the end of the day, he actually bottled it when it came to winning that cup final in a big game. That's the one that really probably mattered, other than the league, in winning that Europa League final. And I think that would have made him much more unquestionable in terms of his next tenure. But how we handled that cup final, going unbeaten all season to then lose when the pressure's on, tells me maybe when the pressure's on at Chelsea, because there's now an expectation to win. Let's have it right.
Yeah.
And just like in that cup final, unlike when they went unbeaten, it wasn't expected. It was a big, massive wow.
Wow. What we're doing here.
Well, you know what I mean? And I think Alonso now needs to show if he is really got the minerals, and he was not given the chance to do this at Real Madrid. I don't judge him at Real Madrid. I think Real Madrid are a bit of a mess at the moment.
Yeah.
But so are Chelsea. So let's
maybe Mourinho can go and put it right there. Maybe Mourinho can go there.
I think Mourinho's the type of guy that everybody has to listen when he speaks. Everybody, no matter who you are in that room, especially in that Real Madrid team. Oh my goodness. But Alonso, I like him in terms of his background. He's been coached by Pep. He's been coached by Ancelotti. He's been coached by Jose himself. He's been coached by Rafa Benitez. Been a winner in Europe. Been a winner at Liverpool. He's got something that will make Chelsea players also go, I got to listen to this man. Yeah. Let's see. I would judge him maybe mid-season, maybe before, maybe around that October period when he gets wobbly normally. But also the expectation also depends on what players he brings in the summer. And what Chelsea do in the summer. And that's what I was going to say before about transfers for everybody. I think there's loads of factors. I think it's going to be one of the craziest windows we've seen. Arsenal's going to want to build on what they've got. They're not going to get complacent now, especially with Berta at the wheel. I think it was a close shave.
Do you think we'll get business done quickly? Do you think?
I don't think it will be quick. I don't think it'll
You
be
don't.
quick.
Okay. Well, in general for everybody, or because we see Man United already operating like that. Obviously,
I don't think it'll be
Barcelona
quick.
not in the Premier, so I'm talking about in the Premier League itself.
The reason why, because Arsenal can be picky. You are the champions at the moment of the Premier League. You got
We're linked with Morgan Rogers from Aston Villa. I mean, along with Man City.
You've got the best pitch. Excuse me. You're going into players saying, "Do you want to join the champions of England?" So I mean, and for that reason, it will be longer because you don't have to go out and be selling anything really right now. You can say you've done it.
I was just thinking.
I think you will. I don't think you should judge this window on how quickly you do business. It should be on doing the right business. Even if it takes all summer to get the player and it's the right player, you have that prerogative now as English champions, and you might be European champions as well. So you might even be waiting to get that, see what happens in that final. Now, come on now. Your pitch is completely different to these players. And you're almost saying to these players, look, if you want to join us, here's what we're going to pay you, and this is all what we're. And if not, we're moving on because you've got that prerogative, and you haven't had that in a long time, and you're going to back to your advantage. So I think you should judge your window of it being slow, but getting the right business done. And I'll go as far as this. I think the squad managers, you've got Carrick now at the wheel, Alonso, Maresca. There's going to be a check. The Slot is going to want to revive himself. The Palace manager, whatever happens with Arola, Brighton's in Europe. Squad depth. Now that Man United's in Europe, the squad depth you're going to need compared to playing once a week last season. I think the business that is going to be done this season is going to be mental. Liverpool, you want to rectify all those injuries. Tottenham, they're going to not want to be 17th again for the third time in a row. Chelsea, we're 10th in the league right now. It's going to be mental. This league, this window, I personally predict being one of the most insane windows that we've seen. That's my prediction.
Big up for that. Big up Suge all the way in Australia. Big up to you every time, man.
Yeah, man.
Big up to you. Now you make very good points there. And I mean, Cole, the situation with Slot. Last season, he won your Premier League. Did you have any kind of expectation before he came to Liverpool? Or was it like, well, listen, he's taken over? Because I thought, to be in all honesty, and I think everybody else on the panel here and anybody that's watched the show, when we heard that he was coming in, we said he's got big shoes to fill. He's taken over, Klopp's players, and there's, the likes of Trent going, leave and all of that. So I was thinking, what's going on? Do you know what I mean?
To be honest,
I've never even heard
nobody in Liverpool, if they're honest, could say that they had expectations of Slot even winning the league. For him to come in, and obviously he was using Klopp's players and tweaked it a little bit and, did the business. But, after that, you have to look at it and say, is he really the type of manager that can propel Liverpool further forward and, to continue to bring those trophies into Liverpool? But, I mean, let's see next season, because obviously the newer players would have obviously settled in a little bit more, and hopefully now there's no big egos.
I think, listen, you've got Isak, as I said, he's got to come in and as he settled down. But then obviously you've got the situation with Ekatike. He's probably not going to be fit until towards the end of towards the, because obviously of the Achilles.
Because I always said that Isak is always injury prone. So it's one thing to have him in, and hopefully he'll start getting goals for us. But I mean, his injuries, over time they have hurt him. So but yeah, I mean, we've got Alisson. It's probably, I don't know, he's injuries again, and Mamadash will probably be the main keeper next season, I think. Defensively,
is Watson going to go? Alisson going to go then? Is Alisson going then?
Wow. I mean, who knows? Because he's got 1 year left.
Right.
So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But, his injuries now have just been more and more.
Yeah, more and more. Yeah.
And Mamardashvili probably now believes that he should be in as number one. Defensively, as I said, Van Dijk is looking leggy, and probably so he probably didn't trust Mamardashvili. I mean, when you've had that relationship with Alisson, you know that this is the right keeper to allow that confidence to go all across the back four. So will they trust Mamardashvili? They have to. They have to learn to trust him, but also they have to also step up again themselves.
Just a quick one here from AFC. He goes, Normski covers PSG's best player. My question is, how do you keep him quiet? Do you double up on him on a player like that? Guys, what you've seen him for Kvaratskhelia, what would you do? As we know, you've played football at a level. What do you do with this brother? Because he's going to be problems. I mean, Timber's coming back, but I don't think he's going to start. He's been out for a long time, and he wouldn't be up to the match fitness. He's trained with the team, and he's flown out to Budapest. I would start Mosquera over on that right hand side. I don't want to see Arteta trying to be clever and play Zubimendi at right, but he did it against Crystal Palace. But obviously, we'd won the league by then, so you could do what you want. The West Ham game, when Ben White got injured, he ends up putting Declan Rice out there. Found out that he made a mistake and changed it around. How do you keep Kvaratskhelia quiet?
You see these kind of fixtures here. The only way to beat PSG is to go out and attack them. I don't fancy their defense like like your defense.
I hear what you're saying, Ez, but toe to toe, I said that to Big Dean. He said maybe it'd probably be better to play your own strength rather than try to go toe to toe with them.
If you're that guy, if Arsenal is that guy, and they want to sing "We're the champions of Europe," you go and prove you're the best team in Europe, and you don't fear them. You go and play exactly your game, and you out attack them and you out defend them. And I think the moment you respect Kvaratskhelia by doubling up on him, I can tell you now,
you're gonna create. We're leaving space. Then we're gonna
man, PSG will say, "Oh, you think he's the problem? What about Doué? What about Dembele? What What about Coutinho? What about Neves? What all these guys that can hurt you? They will. Even their left back is scoring goals. They don't. I think you go and play Arsenal football versus PSG football and see whose football comes out on top. But the moment you start tweaking things and going doubling up and doing things that Arsenal don't do. Rather than saying, come. If Saliba's the best centre back in the world, he will defend against you.
And to be fair, when we played them in the semi-final, we didn't have Gabriel in there. We didn't have Saka. We were playing some young players, and we had young players on the bench and that. So we have got a stronger team going in.
This is it.
Defensively, we've not lost. I mean, remember, we have not lost in the Champions League thus far.
Yeah.
And so I'm quietly, especially after winning the league and just the confidence that's searing through these players, I think we can go there and give them game. I don't want to be in a situation like Inter Milan when they got absolutely slapped up last season. I don't want to be in that situation because that will kind of dampen the mood a little bit, even though the parade next day is going to be big and massive and all that. But if we do win that and do a Champions League and a Premier League double, wow. So I do in the back of my mind.
You got to get his stature in, Norms.
Say again?
You got to get the stature if you do a double.
No, stop that with the stature.
Yeah, and then you're going to come and just say Arteta in, and then the world is going to be a different place for you, Norm. Trust me, because then you're going to flip in a way that you're going to be so confident.
You've said that with a straight face. You've said that with a straight face,
because you're going to be so confident about next season. Like you're not going to be worried about any of our teams. If you win this one, right, you're just going to come next season with chess, and then you're going to bat your man away. And I think what that does for your confidence. We saw this on the Fergie. This team always showed up like they've already won. That Fergie team always showed up like they already won, and this could be your Arsenal Arteta team. Now, I imagine 3/4 of the country ain't trying to see that, but if you win this final, like I said to you earlier, like I have to back the English team in the final. Like it's just what it is. I got to back the English team. You know what I mean? So same as tonight, I'm back in Palace to go and do a madness. So it's what it is, you know. And I back Villa as well.
If Glasner can do that, that'd be great, man.
Yeah.
2 trophies for his club. He'd be an absolute great for them, an absolute legend for them. Do you know what I mean? He's won them in the FA Cup last season, and this season, if he can do it. I mean, currently at the stands, it's 13 minutes gone, still 0-0, but Palace looks like they're on the front foot at the moment. Long throw is just coming, and they've just headed it out for a corner. So we'll see what happens there. But yeah, no, I absolutely hear you. Yeah, I absolutely hear you, as regarding how we should just go in there with confidence, and
I think so.
Arsenal play their game, and we'll see what happens. Listen, once you're in there, you're in it to win it. If you're in a competition, you're in it. You know what I mean? It's not like maybe playing them over 2 legs. Yeah, possibly PSG probably will come out on top, but it's a one-off chance. 2006 was the last time we was in a final, and we get a player sent off. Sol Campbell from a free kick heads in the goal. You're thinking, come on. I was in that pub down there, I think it was the Tollington, and mate, I thought the place was gonna fall down. Do you know what I mean? And then 2 goals, from Eto, and then Almunia, just how he's letting the goal in at his near post, I have no idea. Do you know what I mean? And that, I remember to this day, man, and it's just gut wrenching, absolutely gut wrenching. But listen, Saturday, we have to do it. We've got to do it. And yeah, I am quietly confident. I really think we will win Saturday. It's ours, bruv. Big up, yeah, man. Big up your chest. I'm gonna big up my chest. I'm gonna big up my chest. I'm gonna big up my chest. But listen, we're coming down. This one thing I want to show here is this. Listen, we've been playing all season, and different teams have performed. Different players have performed. Not Bernard Silva. Sorry. What's the name for your team? D getting there. The player. Premier League player, Bruno Fernandes. Yeah, Bruno Fernandes. Some people are not happy with the fact that he's got it. They say he should have gone to Raya. I don't know. For a team that hasn't won anything, he's now not only equaled, he's now gone above in terms of the assists. Now I think it's 21 assists.
But I think, though, do you not think that is still an individual thing?
It's an accolade. It's an accolade. I think it's just that some people were saying some pundits were saying they're going over the top about it with him, and it was a bit over the top. He's got it, but there's nothing really to show for it. But it's more of an individual accolade. But I think maybe they were saying it should go to the team, the person that has got something over the line. There's been other players.
So you said the clean sheets for Raya. Was that a Premier League record in clean sheets? Because I actually don't know what the Premier League.
No, I don't. I think he matched it. I think it's 19 clean sheets. I think he matched it. I don't think it's because remember Chelsea. You should know that, isn't it? Chelsea. They under Mourinho, they had that clean sheet thing where we was trying to beat their clean sheet.
Yeah.
I think they've got the best under.
Check.
You know what I mean. So, I
do. Yeah, I do wonder if that swayed that norm. Because for me, like we've seen the whole Keane versus Bruno thing back and forward, and about misquoting him and what have you. And the thing is, because I only heard it with Roy Keane talking about it, so I had to go and find it to listen to what Bruno said, and Bruno is correct. He did misquote him, but I think Roy Keane is so hot up in his head about what's happened to him after he left United, and it really is about accountability. What he did, Roy Keane. With the video that never got saw, so somewhere I say never got seen. Should I say terrible English, though, right? That never got seen. Obviously Ferguson and the board blocked it, and then that was it. They were like, now he's got to go. If that's what he thinks of his teammates, then he's got to go. And I think when Carrick came in, as you guys know, took that 16 shirt and won 3 titles, he kind of did a bit of a Roy Keane who. and hence why now you know why he didn't want Carrick to get the Man United job. It's personal. So I feel like with Bruno, because we haven't won the major three. Now I've said this years ago. I and United fans came after me. I said we win nothing big with Rashford and Bruno as our main characters. They can be in the team, but they can't be our main characters. And I've been proven right. We've won nothing big. Rashford wants out. Bruno wants another pay rise, allegedly.
Okay.
Like, no, yeah, that's what I'm hearing. And I'm saying, bro, because you've got the assist record, now allow it. Win me a title like Arsenal have just done and a Champions League. Then you could come back to the table and knock on the door and say, yeah, boss, that's what I just done. And this is what I don't like about modern day football, that there's a level of entitlement without winning the big ones. And that's why I'm not paying 100 million for Anderson that hasn't won anything. 100 million. What's he won? Now,
we know it's British tax at the end of the day.
I know, but you've got to carry your team somewhere to be worth 100 million pounds, not euros. 100 million pounds, Norms. It's a lot of money, bro. I've always said that. Hence why I said about the Rashford thing many moons ago, and now it's haunting us.
Ooh.
Yeah, let's go.
Found it. No, that's
yeah.
Oh, it's the game. I forgot the game was on.
Yeah, and so that's my problem with it, guys. That the English tax is real, and we're having to pay for players for 100 million that haven't brought their team to the promised land.
Yeah,
I have a serious problem, and that's what I said. Bruno can't get any more money. He was just below Casemiro money. Casemiro came with us with how many Champions Leagues?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. And I say go win me something before you come with chest like that. So I'm happy that he got his assist because he was trying to break that for the last 3 games. So he equaled it and then he finally broke it. And then what I didn't like was that they ran to Bruno before the goal, before Dorgu. I said, hold on, what are we doing here? No, go congratulate the goal.
I think that was the problem, that everybody was pandering to him more than, do you know what I mean? So that's why I think he got some people's back up and stuff like that.
And then he got man of the match, Norm, when it should have been Dorgu, in my opinion. I thought Dorgu was man of the match. So,
listen, let's come on to this last bit, and this is really this here: Premier League best 11. Who makes the cut? So let's go with a formation. I think we'll go with. Let's not go with no modern day. Let's just go with 4-4-2. Who? Yeah, I haven't got the old graphics of that because I'm not used to doing all that.
Team of the season, Norm.
Team of the season. We're gonna do it. People in the chat, feel free to come in there. We'll start off with the goalkeeper, right? And we'll just go around. Who do you think should be the goalkeeper? It should be quite easy.
Raya.
Yes?
If it's not Raya, then it's the Man United kid, isn't it? But I think it's got to be Raya, and a close second is the Man United kid.
Down, Raya. Hands down.
Yeah, I'm only joking, man. I'm just but I'm letting my little shine as well. You know what I mean? Just
hey guys,
recognize.
If you're still in the chat or any of the mods, could somebody just, as we're doing it, obviously we'll go with the one that's most common. So we're gonna go with Raya in goal. Okay, left back to make the team in there. Left back, what are we talking about? Who are we going?
I'm stuck between Luke Shaw and O'Reilly.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I think with Luke Shaw not missing a game all season, you know why he didn't miss a game, right? Because he stopped going to Arches. No, stopped going to Arches, no. He stopped going to Arches and got himself in great condition because he thought he was going to the World Cup. And Thomas T said, "Nah, bruv, relax. Take the summer off, mate, with your family." Anyway, I'm gonna go with that.
So far, guys, we've got Raya in goal, left back.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go with Kofi. You sort of screwed your face up when we said O'Reilly. Who would you think?
No. I was agreeing with O'Reilly. I was screwing my face to Luke Shaw, maybe because I don't like it.
Fair enough. I hear that.
Okay. All right. So we've got Raya in goal. We got Raya in goal. So somebody in the chat, make a mental note, and then let's just see what that 11 is going to look like. We're not going to go for no subs or nothing. So Raya in goal. Left back is O'Reilly. What about right back?
Timber.
I mean, Timber, yeah, he's a good shout.
Yeah.
But he's been injured. But he when he has played, he's been great, and obviously part of a winning team as well.
For the majority of the season, he's done really well.
Yeah. So we're going. Everybody happy with that, Timber?
Timber. Yeah, I guess so.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've been consistent. Yeah. Give it to Timber.
Should we do centre backs?
This is kind of easy, this one.
Yeah, it's too easy, no minute there.
Do we just want to do a centre back pairing? Yeah.
Yeah, I think this one's.
Just say it. Just say it. It's not. Listen, you can wash your mouth out after it. It's not a problem. Just say it.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll tell you what centre back you can thank. I'll tell you what centre back you can thank, since everyone thought he was the best thing coming out of England since sliced bread. Mark Gay sold you the Premier League. Yeah.
Right.
So, absolutely. No doubt about it. Yeah. No. Let's have it right. 300 grand a week he's on. 300 grand a week. Centre back.
Yep.
Okay, so listen, while we're doing that, okay, so hold on a minute. Let me whilst it. So we're going with hold on a minute. Let's do this. So
if I was an England fan, Norm, I would have gone Mark Gay and your guy Gabriel as in the two centre backs. But
all right, hold on a minute. So left back, we're going with Timber. Yeah,
without
yeah, and so we're going with the two centre backs, Saliba and Gabriel Magalhaes, yeah?
Yeah,
I think
Gabriel Magalhaes, yes.
Maguire's got a close shout as well. I think he's been underrated.
Yeah, but come on, these guys, listen, 19 clean sheets this season, people.
No, of course. It's Gabriel and Saliba. It's Gabriel and Saliba.
It's got
Van Dijk was nowhere near it. None of the Chelsea boys. Yeah.
And like I say, on the fridge would be Slabhead. Because did Slabhead score more goals than Saliba, Norm?
Honourable mention.
Do you know what?
He probably did. He probably did score more than Cleveland, didn't he? As in heading goals.
How much? Well, you can if you look. Hold on a minute. I can tell you.
Maybe not actually. No, maybe not. Or they might have been level.
I can look. So Gabriel. What was it? 38 tackles. Is it goals? Does it show the goals? 4 assists.
Okay.
I'm trying to see the goals. Oh, he's had 4 assists and 3 goals.
Yeah, that's decent, mate.
4 assists and 3 goals. What about Maguire?
Slabhead. Yeah. My abs are moving well today, man. Moving very slow. Hold on, nope, not doing it. It's not doing it. Yeah, go with your Arsenal boys, but I'm gonna look at that stat. I'm just curious to see. But then he got injured as well in the end, Maguire, hence why he was out for a little while. But yeah, I think him and Luke Shaw would probably come in that B team. You know what I mean, at Norms. So
right,
yeah, we can move on, bro. We can move on. It's all good.
Okay, so we've got and we said what's the name? Didn't we? Said obviously goalkeeper. We said goalkeeper. We said Raya. Okay. So we've got goalkeeper Raya, left back Timber, centre back Saliba, Gabby, right back O'Reilly. Let's go into the midfield.
Okay.
So let's start off on the right.
What formation we going with?
I said 4-4-2.
Yeah,
4-4-2.
Right. Okay.
On the right.
On the right wing.
Right wing.
I think I want to say Semenyo. If we're classing him as a right winger.
Yeah, I mean, he can play across. He can play on the left. He can play on the right. But I think he's predominantly played for for Bournemouth and played for City on the right.
Yeah.
Semenyo. I'd go with Semenyo.
Yeah, Semenyo.
I'll go with Semenyo.
So then, if you look at the central
if I
two,
I'll do it as right RM, right midfielder. Just do it as RM, yeah. RM.
Right. So if you're looking at the two central midfielders, then Norm.
Yeah.
If we're going by data, then you're going Rice and Bruno, ain't you?
Yeah, I agree straight away.
Yeah, Rice and Bruno.
Yeah,
I agree.
I'm just gonna put CMs, yeah.
Yeah.
Right, CMs.
Any honourable mentions?
We can do some honourable mentions, but they won't. And Bruno, yeah. Okay. Just quickly? What about the left midfield?
Oh, this is tough.
Wow, that's a tough one, isn't it? Because in theory it should be Saka, but Saka had a bit of an indifferent season for me, Norm.
Yeah, I don't think Saka hit the heights this season.
Yeah, exactly. So
I've got one, but I want to give you guys a.
Now go on, because I just picked that central midfield. So go on, it's just good. It's good.
I would go on, Cove.
It's a tough one. I was thinking an Aston Villa player, but come
Morgan Rogers.
Yeah, I'll probably go Rogers. You know.
Yes,
I was between Rogers and Doku.
There you go.
Yeah, Doku. Doku.
Yeah,
Doku.
He was a problem, wasn't he?
Yeah, certainly towards the end. Certainly towards the end of the season.
Yeah.
So give it Rogers, man.
What we doing?
Because if you look at Rogers across the season, like I think he was probably more.
He dropped off a bit, but he came back good. You know what I mean? And listen, they won.
Yeah.
They've ended up fourth. They've won a Europa League.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
And so he probably edges it just over Doku. Probably just edges that, Norms. So there's your 4-4-2 there, Norms. Yeah. Well, there's your 4-4.
Right.
And the goalkeeper.
So hold on. Left midfield. Who did we say? Left midfield.
Rogers.
Who did we say?
Right. Oh.
Right midfield was Semenyo.
No, we haven't. I agree. Rogers was just as good, but I personally Doku.
But Doku. I'm probably going to go with Doku. You know.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Doku. Yeah, that sounds good. So that's Semenyo, Doku, Rice, Bruno, midfield done.
Spell Doku for me. Is it Doku?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
And then
so
your front two.
So that's the
four midfielders, right?
Yeah, that's four. And
right,
then
front two.
Wow.
Wow.
Front two. You're gonna have to put Ireland in there.
Yeah, you're gonna have to.
He's a Golden Boot winner.
Yeah. So Erland and one other. One other. Who's the one other? Right.
You know what? I'm gonna give Gyökeres because he's had some stick this season.
Is it?
Gyökeres had some stick, but he's come strong.
Interesting.
That's interesting. Anybody want to debate that, people in the chat? Do you want to debate that?
Haaland and Gox.
I think there's too many people in front of Gyökeres this season.
What, like Pedro?
I mean, even Bruno Fernandes got more.
Okay, I'm gonna put. Let me just put Haaland. Let me just do Haaland then. Haaland first.
Put Haaland in. Yeah, that's a given.
Okay, and we're looking for We're just looking for that.
I think I judge strikers by goals, and Thiago Igor from Brentford.
Yeah, but he didn't. There's certain games I just thought, brother, this man just didn't turn up. It's like he don't turn up for the big games.
Same for Haaland. It's just that he's Haaland.
Yeah, it's true, you know.
So hold on, okay, what we're gonna do, Rick?
So
I'll tell you what. You see your Chelsea guy is. If Chelsea had done better in the league, your Chelsea guy's a good shout as well, you know.
João Pedro scored some serious goals.
He did, he did.
Yeah, I had him in mind.
Yeah, but he didn't make the Brazilian team, yeah.
No, he
Well,
didn't.
I don't
No.
know. Ancelotti called up Neymar though, so I don't know about
Yeah,
that.
he did. I know. Yeah.
Yeah, that's bad.
Playing calls.
I'm looking at that.
He also caught Martinelli as well. Didn't get that one either.
Nah, he likes Martinelli, no.
Hey,
likes him off the
said
bench, though.
H said he ain't having the water pistol in there. I know he's talking about Gokeres. Come on, man. H, he scored 14 goals, man. He's our top goal scorer. In all comps, 21 goals in all comps,
Love
man.
that, H. Love that, brother.
Come on. Yeah, come on now.
Honestly,
come on.
right? Oh, wow.
Left midfield. Cookman said he's going for Bernard Silva. He's a bit of a. I call him a little rat man. Yeah, he's annoying. He's annoying, bro.
If you're looking at that false nine, then it probably is. It probably is Silva. Looking at that false nine.
So Kouaja, let's see if Kouaja's close to us. Kouaja's got my Premier Tots is Raya, Timber, Saliba, Gabriel O'Reilly, Rice, Casemiro. He's put Casemiro in there, Big D.
You know what, mate? Casemiro put in a shifty season, you know, guys.
Yes, I'm not gonna lie. He scored some crucial goals, even though it hasn't led to anything because you got knocked out by Grimsby. But anyway,
I know. And
Turkey, I hate Turkey. Ryan Turkey.
But he kind of fell off though, no. And then Doku replaced him.
He actually started to become good because remember, what's name didn't play him for like sort of say February, sort of January, February, and then he started. He came back.
He was acting up well.
Yeah, I think he's got something like 11. I think is it like 6-7 goals and 11 assists?
For real. So that could be a good shot.
So because Turkey, he's sometimes he's played him as a false nine.
Yeah.
Ireland. Who's that last person then?
If you look at Rice, Casemiro midfield, that's peak, you know, guys.
Yeah.
And then Bruno allowed to roam. But
because we've gone with a 4-4-2.
Yeah, I hear you, Noms. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Very hard to see.
We've gone with a 4-4-2, bro. Let's just do that. Let's do that.
I'm intrigued how many goals your guy scored is.
15
goals.
No penalties.
15.
Yeah, non-penalty goals.
It's got to be him, you know. Then if we're going on goals, you know, it's got to be him, then, isn't it?
I don't know. I want to get Turkey in there. I might want to get Turkey in there, man.
You put João Pedro on 4 or 5 pens. He's up there with them, man.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, you're right.
All right, okay, what we're gonna do, right? So it's
but we're going with just strikers.
We're going to.
Yeah,
as I said, Thiago is in with a shout. You got Turkey, who I felt was done well, even though he can play as a striker, but he plays as more as a false nine. You got who else have we got? João Pedro.
Yeah, Ollie Watkins.
Ollie Watkins.
Yeah, that's, he had a good end to the season. He just picked up the slack, didn't he?
Yeah.
So look at, I'm intrigued what Watkins.
I hate to say, boy, say it might be the water pistol for real. You know what I mean? Come on, what we going for? People in the chat, right? Listen, we need to have a vote. So put in who you think should be pairing with Haaland. So now then we'll work it out and then we'll go with that because we're all kind of coming up with different names. So let me know, who is it going to be? Turkey, Thiago, Victor Gokeres. Who else was there? João Pedro. Let us know, guys. Let us know.
One more, if you want to class him as playing striker sometimes, is Morgan Gibbs-White. Which he does.
Yeah. And he scored. How many goals has he scored this season?
He scored 15.
Wow. Yeah. You see, them guys, they've scored more. Some of them have scored more than Victor Gokeres.
Actual strikers, yeah.
I'm only probably just going for Victor Gokeres because he's in the winning team. The winning team.
So he's going to Madueke. Do you know what I mean?
Madueke. Sorry. Madueke, we're having a laugh, brother.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. He's in the winning team, and
I know. I hear you.
Well, if
there's a false nine of just beyond Haaland.
Ollie Watkins, 16 goals, 3 assists.
Yeah,
16 Prem
Bad.
or
Six,
overall?
yes. Wow.
Prem.
I think it's overall for the season.
No, it's Prem. It's Prem.
Is that Prem's? Yeah,
Yeah, it's just
16 and 3. Ollie Watkins, 16 and
Tiago,
3.
how many is
And
Tiago?
Ollie won the cup, though.
What we do? Are we going?
And he won a
Thiago's
trophy.
got 22.
Are we going on stats?
I mean, as I
Yeah,
said,
yeah,
I
I
judge
think we have
strikers on goals, innit? I
Yeah,
don't
I think
care
we
what
have
else
to
they
know.
do.
We got to go with Tiago.
So Thiago then, 22 goals, man. That can't be sniffed
I
at,
mean-
can it?
Okay, all right, right. We've agreed. I'm going to go with Tiago then.
Thiago is.
I judge strikers on goals, man. I honestly don't care what else they do. Honestly,
Yeah.
Well, I've posted it in there now. There you go.
There we go, bro.
So there you go. So 4-4-2. Goalkeeper Rea, left back Timber, centre back Saliba and Gabby, right back O'Reilly, right midfield Semenyo. If I spell it right, I haven't spelled it right, but who cares? A centre mid Rice and Bruno, left mid Doku, striker Haaland and Thiago. So
Yeah, sounds about right, Norms, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's who we're gonna go with. That's who we're gonna go with. That's who we're gonna go with.
Good choice, guys.
December said forwards Haaland and Thiago. Yeah, fair play.
Yeah.
Fair play. Fair play. And lastly, this guys. A big thank you to everyone who supported the channel. It's been
Mug them in the chat.
Big up.
a long season, guys. And as I said, a long season. Arsenal finally get it over the line. And people might call me negative and say, oh, behind closed door, he wants Arsenal to lose. I'll tell you this, I'm going to prove why I thought Arsenal were going to win it. Because I shared this, and I think now Matty might have shared it on Lee Gunner's channel. But me and my good mate, Ian, we went through this. This is a bit of paper, right? This just shows you, right? Just remove this, right? Can you look at that? Yeah. So on the left is Arsenal's games. The last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 games. So at that point, after we drew with Wolves, we was trying to work out, because we had a little bit of a shaky period after Wolves game, drawing with Wolves and that. And we worked it out by the end of it that we would end up with 87 points and Man City would end up with 79 points. Where it so happened that Man City finished on, I think, 78 points and Arsenal finished on 85 points. So we wasn't too far off. And this was done back at game week 27. Game week 27. And we myself and we went through it, and I went through something similar with Southern Guna, and we kind of came up with the same similar sort of points tally. So, that's how I recently thought this is how we was going to approach it, and these are where we were going to drop points and lose points, or draw. So as you can see there, the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 games. If you look, our last 5 games, we won it, I think, by 1-0, maximum points. So the game where you see, if you count back upwards on the left-hand side, 1, 2, 3, 4, and the 5th one up, which is the one, I thought that was going to be a draw. I thought that might have been the Newcastle game, because I thought we was going to get a draw against City, and we lost that game, and I thought we was going to draw with Newcastle, and then after Newcastle, we beat Fulham 3-0, and then we beat who do we have after Fulham? We had,
Was it Brentford?
yeah,
No. Brentford.
So
No,
game week 27. Right, so Wolves, it was expected to win that game. So the top one, we had it at 3 points. We drew that game. The Tottenham game, well, that was a banker, 3-point banker. We won 4-1. Game week 29, we beat Chelsea 2-1 at our ground. Right. Then we beat Brighton away. Fantastic, rare save. That could have ended up as a draw, and he made that massive save in that game. Brighton away, we won 1-0. Game week 31, we beat Everton 2-0. Max Dowman coming on and creating the goal and scoring the goal. on the break, and then Bournemouth beat us in game week 32, and this is where we started again to wobble. We lost 2-1. Then we lost 2-1 to Manchester. Two back-to-back games we lost. Yeah, and just thinking, this is it, it's all over. And then we beat game week 34. We beat Newcastle 1-0. We beat Fulham 3-0, where we played. That's probably one of our best games we played. And then we won against West Ham 1-0. Controversial game. People thought that West Ham was robbed in that game. PG Malo, VAR, and all of that. And then Burnley, we needed a goal difference. Couldn't get the goal difference. We scored in the 30-odd minute. A goal by Kai Havertz, whose people said that won us the league. I don't think he did. I think it was our defence and our goalkeeper. And then our last game of the season, away to Crystal Palace, we didn't have to worry. We win that game with our second team, 2-1. So, as you can see there, the final points tally was 85 points, and Man City finishing on 78 points. So we wasn't too far. So there you go. But as I say, that's what we worked out before, and doing this in our own sort of time. And as again, I want to go back to here and just saying a big thank you to everyone that supported the channel. Big up to Ez, big up to Big D, Kofi Slot, when you could make. I know, as I say, time is a commodity, and we can't always be there all the time. But the time that you have come on, I really appreciate it. And the summer is going to be crazy. Obviously, we've got the World Cup. Transfer windows are going to be open, but I can sit back. Oh, obviously, we've got a game to contend with on Saturday. If we win that, then even better. We will be talking about that all summer. Don't you worry about that. But a big up to the world-class chat for coming in and supporting us over the 38-game period, and all the Champions League games, all the FA Cup games, all the Carabao Cup games, all of them. We thank everybody for showing support to the club. Guys, December, what in your opinion won Arsenal the league? No swearing, please. We was consistent. I'd say we was consistent. I know Ez seems to think slightly different. We had a little bit of help from the referees, but at the end of the day, it's down to the referees to manage the game. And if they can't manage it, what can we do? But I would say consistency over 38 games. And if you win over 38 games, the best team wins. At the end of the day, there's no luck in this. I can get it if it's a one-off game. Yeah, but there's no luck in this. We won it fair and square. 22 years of waiting, and we finally done it. Ace is going for 20 million. Shout my head off. Okay, is that to AC Milan? Dartford crossing crash. Oh, there. Are you sitting on there? Wow. What's this? Listening in the car. Well, I'm cooked, mate. Right. Listen. Is it happened on the bridge? Because brother, if it's happened on the bridge, brother.
No way.
I'm not gonna lie. Just talking about going over the Dartford Bridge, man. I don't know if you do it as or any of us.
I do. Yeah, I do.
Yeah, I've done it.
Listen, no. Where do you position your car? That's the thing. Where do you position your car? Smack in the middle, not at the edge. Brother, I've got this fear that somebody's gonna do something crazy. You know what I mean? Because that bridge is high. Yeah, that bridge is high. That bridge is high. Oh, just one thing. Yeah, there's one thing else we got to do, and we have to decide this. I don't care. Nobody's getting away with it. Ez and JP. Nobody's getting away with it. But before we do that, I'm just going to get Big D to shout out for the last time the Fantasy Premier League shout out for the What's Going On podcast. So there you go, Big D. If you want to fire away, we know that it looks like Del Grady has won it.
Yeah, big up to Del Grady. Literally, I sent him a message. Send a message on the other fantasy group. I think that he pretty much held that summit for most of the. I think he swapped maybe with Manny and I think Julian Moore, but I think he held the summit practically the whole season. So consistency. He actually got pipped in the last two games in his league. His cousin beat him, which was wild because he'd been cooking in our league as well in the other league. So big up to Dell. Big up to the JC Impact. So I think out of the man's them, yeah, man, look, I got Europa League football in 6th, mate. Just missed out on Champions League, but I'll take that. Andy in 8th. And after Malcolm X just missed out on a top 10 finish. So I know she's going to be disappointed
no.
there.
Oh no, she's going to
Yeah,
be
she
disappointed.
finished 11th in the end.
Disappointed.
I'm looking for the. I'm on my phone looking for the man's name. Where was Ez? Ez finished 15th. Kofi finished 18th. Yeah,
Out of 25.
out of 25. Yeah.
A bit like his
I
Liverpool
was
side.
second
Isn't
at
it?
one point. I was
You was-
second at one
Sorry?
point.
You were second at one point.
I remember. I remember.
yeah, that was
I remember.
that was probably at the start of the season.
No, it was mid-season, you know.
But listen, man, if any of these guys are in the chat, just big up to all of you that,
Big up
that
to everybody.
participated.
Yeah, man.
It's a very hard thing to do to stay consistent, and
Yeah.
obviously you got to be averaging just over 50 points a game every single week to be competing for the top honors. So,
Well, listen,
it's good. It's been good.
here is the big one. We've all been waiting. So, guys, do a drum roll. Yeah, here's the big one. The What's Going On podcast prediction league table. And somebody is going to be doing a forfeit. Yeah, we know JP has got to do a forfeit next from last year. So here we go. Here's the big reveal. And it's coming up in a minute. There we go. There we go, D.
Boom.
Boom. Boom, shaka.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Big
Wow.
give it up to Big D. Give it up to
Yeah.
Big D.
Woo!
Yeah.
man.
But
Thank you.
Give it
guys.
up to
Thank you,
Big
guys.
D. Champions.
Been a
In
tough
yellow.
one, boy.
Tough one.
20
And,
outcomes out of 38. I'll take that.
Yeah.
20 outcomes.
yeah.
I'll take that, Norms.
15 outcomes I got out of 38. I came 3 points behind. 3 points, just missed out. 4 correct scores and outcomes. Losses, D had 15, I had 19. Go down to Chile, who's third place. Joint third with me and Chile on 26 points. And I think it was more to do with the fact that when you look at my record, I think I had a few greens in there as well. So when you go back, that's why I've ended up. But so me and Chile, Arsenal and Tottenham joint second and third. And then we have Kofi in fourth place on 22 points. Outcome 19. 18 losses though, Kofi. 1 correct score. You only had 1 correct score outcome. Yeah. And then we have JP in 5th place in a Champions League spot. There's no Europa League spots. There's Champions League and then there's relegation. Yeah. There's no Champions League spot. JP on gets 2 correct scores and outcomes, 20 losses. That was earlier on the season when he was back in Man United when Ruben Amorim was there. Then scores started to pick up under Carrick. Yeah, scammering, man. 20 losses, 16 outcomes right, and 21 points. And in the relegation, it was West Ham that got relegated this year. And now it's Chelsea in the prediction league table 25-26 season on 17 points. And Ez, for most of that season, you did back Chelsea. And it's obviously shown where you are. And you've fallen way behind. Do you know what I mean? 4 points behind JP, who evidently came last season. So he has to still do his forfeit. You will have to do
anything on Twitter, CJP.
Well, okay, chat. Listen to me, right? Because I'm sick and tired of this now. You're both gonna do the forfeit on the same day, and it's gonna happen before the season start. Now, I talk too much now, and it's gonna happen. We have to. What is it? What chat? What must Ez and JP the Man United, Ez the Chelsea guy who's lost this season, and JP who lost last season? What should they do for a forfeit? Ez has really done a forfeit when we go back to, I think it was the 23-24 season, where the man had to eat live hot chili peppers live, sweating his head off and his butt. Right? What should he do as a forfeit? We need to think of something that Ez needs to do as a forfeit. He could potentially put on an Arsenal shirt and wear it for the day. Yeah? That's one option. We could actually go and throw him off a bridge. Bungee jumping. You know what I mean? Yeah. Support Spurs. will wear a Spurs shirt. What we're saying, people, put it in the chat. I'm going to put a community thing on my page. I'm going to just put Ez and JP, and I'm going to do a sort of a poll, and hopefully we will come up with the best forfeit for both of them, and they will do it on the same day before the season opens. So JP, if you're watching, you will be doing a forfeit. There was just suggestion for JP to wear an Arsenal top for the day, and he weren't having it. Ez wears a Man United shirt, and JP wear a Chelsea shirt on the opening show for next season.
Wow.
Yeah. What should they wear it for the whole season? We got to think of something. Should they have every time they come on the show, they must go out and purchase themselves that shirt, and every time they come on the show, they must be in that shirt. Yeah. So I will take all of these into consideration. Yeah. Or do you want them to eat some lovely chili hot sauce? The hottest you can get. Go to the parade with their names on the back of an Arsenal shirt. I like that one. That's a good one. Is just keeping very quiet. He's just looking and observing.
I'm just waiting for JP to do whatever he needs to do. I don't back out.
Okay, well, once we find the forfeit for both of you, you will do it before the season, and I promise you will do it. I promise you will do it. You will do it. But we crowned Big D the champion for this year, the prediction table. I think last year, did I win it last year?
Yeah, just.
All right.
I think you did.
Yeah. Well, you know how it goes. Winners, you know what I mean? We tracked each other, me and D. You know how it goes. You know what I mean? You got to be good at what you need to do. But Big D was good. He got a few correct scores, actual scores, and that's why he is where he is, the champion of the What's Going On Prediction League table.
It's been real, fellas. It's been real.
It's been real. But listen, people, thank you very much. We've been going for, we've been going 2 hours, 26 minutes, but it's been a fantastic show. Again, I want to say a massive thank you to Big D for your support for the channel.
Yeah, man.
When you was out in the sea, and wherever chance you could catch when you was out cruising on them boats and all of that, wherever chance you had Kofi slot. We know time and everything, but we appreciate your time. Ez, we appreciate your time. I know you're going to be chucking in the when it comes to the Fabrizio, here we go. It's going to be coming from Ez. So I think next season we might have an here we go corner where Ez comes in and just tells us what wagwan, because he's got his ear to the ground and breaking. Now sometimes I'm sleeping and in the middle of the night I see breaking news. Fabrizio Ez. He's on it. But listen, people, really appreciate everybody that supported the channel over the year that's gone. I really appreciate it. Big up to everybody in the chat. Big up to H, man. We're open to link up H for the Champions League game, and we're also trying to link up for the parade. So it's gonna be mad. It's gonna be crazy. But listen, we'll be taking videos. We'll be taking pictures. I tell you, they don't want to live with us, man. They don't want to live with this. London,
Norms, we appreciate the hard work you put into.
Thank you very much.
Norms.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
And the collaborations as well, Norm.
Yeah, without you guys,
big up Shane Laguna as well.
Shane Laguna. All the people that have come on the show, Gianni, Shane Laguna, Views,
Yazza.
Yatsa.
Yazza.
Who else has come on there? My good friend, work colleague, has come on. I've been trying to get lots of H on. Hopefully, I want to probably do a separate show, which is just Arsenal stuff.
Yeah, man, bring the Arsenal mans and do your thing,
so we can focus on Arsenal, because this show is primarily about the Big Six. And
Chile survived it, Norms.
And Chile survived it. Yeah, Chile survived it. Absolutely survived it. So yeah, a massive thank you to everyone. I really appreciate it, because without you, we wouldn't have a show. We'd be talking to ourselves. So big up to you. Smash that like button, subscribe and share if you're new. And bigger things to come in the summer. We've got the World Cup. We'll probably do maybe a couple of probably watch alongs for a World Cup game. So if you want to come and join me, Kofi Ghana in there this year? No. No?
Yeah, we're in.
Oh, you in
We're
there? Okay, cool.
Yeah, Ghana are in. Yeah, Ghana are in. Yeah, they are.
Oh, they're in
yeah.
there, right there. Big up. Okay, big up. Big up. But yeah, Jalen. So big up, Naughty bro. I'm gonna be at the parade with Jamboy and then, fam. I'll see you there, brother. Yeah, don't you worry, man. We're gonna get down there. We're gonna link up and just have a great time. But people, it's been great. It's been fantastic. I'm just trying to find. Yeah, here we go. Here it is. Yeah, it's been great. It's been fantastic. Please, again, smash the like button, subscribe, and share if you're new. And I'll see you on the next What's Gone podcast. Take care.
What's up, guys?
And
Good
God
to see you all.
bless. Take care.